We are the Nerd Eternal Network.
For only by the righteousness of these 30 and 6 does the Lord's mercy endure, and the world continue. Hello, and welcome to Valley by Night, here on Direbear's Twitch channel. It's, of course, our Vampire 5th Edition Chronicle. I'm your storyteller for the evening, Jason, from over at the Nerd Eternal Network. And with me, as usual, will be Sarah playing Jolene, Decca playing Blackjack, Eric playing Samuel, Rat playing Maeve, and Duba playing Alexander. And who would like to recap last session? So many brave
Blackjack
volunteers.
reconciled with obliterating a human-looking corpse.
For losing control of himself and, mauling
Yes.
something with his bare hands.
Yes.
Sleep over at Sam's again.
Oh, yes.
Sleep over at Sam's
Sleepover.
again. Sounds like I really
I-
should have put more rooms in here.
No, actually, he didn't. At this point, he's just like, that's it. This isn't happening again. I'm buying a communal haven.
Here's a clubhouse.
Which he has done.
I mean, Maeve could work at the clubhouse if need be.
I mean, at that point, Alexander wouldn't need a haven. It's like, oh, wait, I can move all my systems and all my technology over? Yes,
If he trusts all of his tech with the Coterie as a whole.
Here's the thing, though. It's always helpful to have more than one place.
Yes.
Mhm.
We don't want to all be seen there.
Yeah. Having a coterie haven and a personal haven is typically pretty good.
But in addition to that,
I
y'all
mean-
had met with, I believe, the Prince.
Prince,
Yeah.
Primogen, Healed, Hee-Haw gangs.
Yeah,
Healed
sheriff,
Hee-Haw
leaders, a few leaders of other coteries in the city.
Yeah.
I think we're the only full coterie there.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
but and he relays how basically the battle the night before it went. They lost some kindred. They killed at least another 2 werewolves. You brought to their attention the
Hippie vampire.
yes, whoever that person was putting a ward up in your domain.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that they'd been traced to Mooresville. Prince Deschler asked Alejandro if he would put his best people on the investigation, seeing as it appeared to be, blood sorcery oriented, which is kind of the Tremere's thing. Or if he couldn't, he could always go ask the Hakim, the Banu.
If you want to cause a riot.
There's what? 7 of you, Tremere? How much of a riot would it be?
Star Rock.
It'd be like a cafeteria-sized food fight at worst. Just, fireballs and stuff.
With people that can throw cars.
With people that can throw cars, yeah. That's
Blackjack's not going to be there.
true. So
Okay, it's a
there's,
food truck fight, whatever.
there's no telling how many pads those other Tremere know.
But remember, you just need fireball, only fireball. Just fireball. Just fireball.
Just fireball.
Just fireball.
It works for
Uh-huh.
everything you need. Combat? Great. A pesky locked door? Great. The
I'll
in-laws
keep
showing up
going. I'll go with
unexpectedly?
you.
Great.
We've all seen the Cup Guide to D&D.
Burning
Yeah.
down an entire hostile coterie? Great!
As long as you get a pack in close together.
Yeah.
Dude.
Too soon.
Nah, I say not soon enough.
Benny, what
But
are you
anyway.
doing? Benny.
I think we ended with Wait, am I missing cat
He
shenanigans?
was going for something on that table.
Oh, Scully.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I
she's
just
on
saw Scully. Yeah.
She's on the chair. Yeah.
What were you saying, Sarah?
I think we ended with watching Samuel look really irritated at his boss.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
because
right, 'cause
they
Samuel
wanted
had-
us to work on the guy performing the blood magic and nothing else.
Mm.
Well, Alejandro wanted Samuel to make that his priority.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, if there's another werewolf attack, you guys will probably be called in. But for the
Considering
moment,
we
the princess
killed one.
people, yeah. But for the moment, the princess people are kind of working that angle. You need to find out what this guy's doing. Oh, the other important thing that came up is you told the prince about the hippie chick.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that came about because he mentioned the red question. Do you all remember what the red question was?
Why do you
Why do you
obey?
obey?
Very good. It started up several years ago. Initially, it was an online thing. Which, of course, meant the elders had a hard time trying to track anything down about it.
Yep.
Since the Second Inquisition, since the Camarilla and the Anarchs are kind of in open war, it has started showing up as graffiti. And that is how it has shown up here in Huntsville. You know, painted on the side of buildings, painted over billboards, that sort of thing.
Since it started as an online thing, are there red question memes?
No, because the general public never really caught on that it was a thing.
Okay, I just thought it'd be hilarious.
Mm-mm.
SpongeBob, why do you obey?
Okay, now I wish I had made it a meme.
Yeah.
No, see what this what
Somebody
this
just keeps
means.
emailing it to or just keeps texting it to the prince's cell phone.
No, what this means is people just need to make it a meme. Hear that, viewers?
Meme it.
Meme it.
I mean, that's how things are spread around these days, right? As you youngins, you do that thing called memes.
Well, you know, and the red question is something out of the canon, so, you know,
Yeah.
you could start it, and vampire players the world over could carry on with it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, they can go ham with it.
Mm-hmm.
But,
Well, if
So-
they're gonna go ham, it's more of a London bro at that point. But anyway.
so anyway, that was, let's see, I believe that was, believe we ended on Thursday the 31st.
Uh-huh.
So waking up tonight, for your players, or for your characters rather, it will be Friday, February 1st. We're finally through the first month.
Hey.
Yeehaw.
Yeehaw.
So, do any of you have necessary chores to do when you first wake up? Go ahead and get that out of the way.
I mean, yeah.
We should rouse check, I guess.
I mean, aside from our rouse checks.
I should get on all 20.
those aren't chores, those are a joy.
Sarah, really?
Hey, I work fast.
Yeah, you do. Oh, jeez.
That's great.
And I'm hungry. That's fine. I wish.
Not, I got a crit roll.
I'm getting logged in to roll 20.
I am hungrier.
I would chastise you for being unprepared, but, you know, we got started late tonight because I forgot to do
Oh,
something. So.
jeez. Alright, I am hungry.
Woo!
I'm hungrier and I'm proud.
Who's hungry is?
I'm at 2 right now, so
Oh,
no,
you're fine.
I'm not.
Yeah,
The
I'm also
vampire
at
that is
2.
wishing to get sprayed with mist.
Alright, so 2 of you made it. 2 of you are fine. Are any of you hungry enough that you must hunt?
Uh-uh.
Not really.
Mm-mm.
Okay. I was thinking about everybody had hunted last week, and
Yeah.
Pretty much.
was not
I
a
think we
whole
all
lot
hunted
of.
after the werewolf shenanigans and before the prince.
Everyone was like, I don't want to friends yet in Elysium.
It's typically a good idea to not do that.
It is
Typically,
frowned
a
upon.
good idea, yes. It's very frowned upon.
I mean, unless the Sabbat are invading and, you know, pouring into Elysium.
Uh-huh.
Like what happened in Atlanta a few years back. Well, it would have been several years back by this point. Anyway, I just read the novel recently. All right, so what do y'all? How are y'all planning to get together tonight? You mentioned Samuel has Samuel actually bought the communal haven?
Yep.
All right,
No,
what did
no,
y'all
I
settle
didn't.
on that being?
It is going to be an antique shop.
That's right.
Since at least 2 of the Coterie are antiques.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you kindly for recognizing beauty before age.
You know, it may be everybody except Jolene.
Technically.
Maybe Blackjack. Because he got turned in the
It's kind of
70s.
costing. It's kind of costing.
Yeah. I guess if you were a car, you'd been antique.
Customary definition of an antique, at least 100 years.
Yep,
Okay,
I'm an antique.
Yeah, antique.
I mean, to be fair, with the vehicle that Blackjack is driving, people would be like, "Ooh, that's a nice antique you
The
got
vehicle
there."
he is driving is an antique.
Exactly. You'd have plenty of people complimenting you and be like, "Oh, well, you work at the perfect place."
And with
Yep.
cars, they use the term antiques on something not quite that old, but that's us getting off on a tangent.
I was say, if there's a car out there that is 100 years old and still functional.
I think
Hey,
you've got a handful of
congratulations.
Model Ts that still run. You know, people put a lot of work into them, but
Yeah.
You put a lot of work to maintain it and whatnot. You can have a car.
So what is the name of your antique shop?
I don't know if we settled on that.
We hadn't yet, no.
Alright, so I'll just put antique shop. And
Like
I'm totally going to look up
bullets.
pictures of the antique shop from Friday the 13th, the series.
Oh God.
Why?
We're just gonna have a monkey's paw in there now.
Had a cursed doll and a bassinet from the Titanic and all sorts of good stuff. It was a neat series. Had nothing to do with Friday the 13th. I don't know why they went with that name.
We're just gonna have a murder doll in the antique shop.
A cursed comic book. Remember that one? They had an episode with the vampires one time. That really had nothing to do with the rest of the series. It was a pilot for a show that never took off.
Oh my God.
All right, so y'all meet up at the antique shop.
Yeah.
It's somewhere in Jones Valley. We'll pick a location for it at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Now, do you have
run a day-to-day?
mortal servants that work there? I
You're
mean, you're going to
asking
have
the
to do
same
it
thing I
today unless Jolene wants to do it.
I mean, Jolene would offer to, work at some, but... Or maybe see if any other...
I think the idea that we were talking about before was that because a lot of the Thin Bloods that are moving in for protection into the Jones Valley area...
This is how you pay us.
Basically, you get to
At least
repay the
ones-
favor.
Indentured
That's-
You're a
servitude.
game
Oh,
walker.
it's indentured
Yep.
servitude. Great.
Well, if they don't already have a job and looking for someone that understands, you might need nights or, days off.
But as of right now, I'd imagine no. It's more of like property's new, so we're sort of like looking it over, kind of a thing.
You've probably been doing the paperwork for the past few weeks and getting all that set up, and you've just kind of taken ownership of it, but haven't actually reopened it. Or
Basically.
Yeah.
you didn't go out and buy any antiques.
Not yet.
All you old guys just emptied your storage units into it.
You get one sword from the Vietnam War, and all of a sudden it's an antique.
Here's that
Best we
furniture I
can
had
do
when I
is
first moved
350.
into Huntsville.
Thank you.
All right, so you meet up at the antique shop, and you've got, I'm going to assume you've got the back room furnished, at least, with chairs or couches or whatever.
Yeah.
You may still be in the process of stocking out front.
getting the signage, the business cards, the flyers.
Give me a name for one of your Thin Blood employees.
Sarah, you are the Thin
Right.
Blood.
I was gonna say, are you calling them Sarah or
Nah.
Oh, please do not put that voodoo out there.
Miguel?
Mm.
I don't know. I'll get back with you.
Ah.
Just pick a name. Staska, I don't know.
No, absolutely not.
This is how we get Staska.
Bree.
I see what you did there.
I'm just grabbing old character names. Just
Yeah.
All right. Deca, give me a last name.
You want that evil on your character that you have to keep saying?
yeah,
I'm
you're
sorry.
asking
I'm
the
sorry.
guy-
Did I say? Did I say Deca? I meant Rap. Give me a last name.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Okay. Breton. Breton.
Bree Breton.
Breton.
Interesting.
Yes.
Her parents hated her.
Yeah.
All right. I now dub her Bree Bree because that's what her friends call her.
Bree, yeah.
A terribly intimidating name for a vampire. Wait.
BB
Your
for
name's
short.
what? Oh, come on. Can I get a real vampire over here to bite me? Getting drained by Bree Bree.
Even better if she's like this giant buff like weightlifter.
Right. She decided to do weightlifting because she got picked on because of her name.
She dwarfs Blackjack. Just swole.
7 foot tall, 5 foot wide,
Yeah.
mixed martial artist
I
I
like.
mean, why not?
into bonsai trees.
Crochets a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I'm gonna say she's fairly young looking. Looks like she's in her 20s. Probably only in about her 30s. Let's see. What does Jolene know about her? She's from North Alabama, over in Lawrence County, which is a more rural county. You don't know exactly how she came to be embraced though. But she moved. She's older than you are, but only moved to Huntsville. You know, after you'd been allowed to live for a year or so. It's like
Just making sure.
Seems to be safe. Because she had been you know that she maintains contact with some of her family, but she's just reaching that point where it's starting to be noticeable that she's not aging.
Yep.
But anyway, she's manning the shop when you get there. You have it open, like I said. You get there, she's still stocking some stuff. She's kind of already got her schedule set, and is kind of trying to work normal shifts though. So anyway, y'all all meet in the back and go.
I walk by her and say, "How's it going, Bree?" Keep walking.
Would she call you BJ, or would she pick up on the fact that you don't like that?
Better question, would she care?
True. That's a better question.
She's new to the job, and she, is looking at you guys all as kind of the owners. So,
Fair.
so no, she's just it's going all right. I've opened a lot of boxes and put a lot of stuff. Had to dust a lot of stuff today.
I can only imagine. I'm sorry about that, but hey, you're doing a great job from what I can see.
Yeah, well, thanks. And once we finally get everything unpacked and put up,
Oh yeah,
should be a lot easier after that.
Yeah. Keep up the good work, and then I'll be in the back if you need some.
Alrighty. I get off in a couple hours, so I'll just be dipping. Y'all don't forget to lock up, when you're done.
Yeah.
I didn't
All of us
unpack
forget
all
to
this
lock
stuff
up.
to have it stolen.
Alexander comes in fully hooded, just kind of does a little light bow. Good evening, and just keeps walking.
Like she's done the other time or two, maybe that you've met her, she just kind of tenses up when she sees you. Mm-hmm. And lets you walk on back.
That's fair.
I just
He's
picture
not-
Alex.
Hmm.
Go ahead.
No, I mean he's not trying to be intimidating. It's just a simple fact to which he knows he disturbs everybody that happens to actually glance at him. It's all right. He's aware of it.
I picture him floating like the nun in the Blues Brothers.
Crazy.
The Penguin. Which is actually a character in the Cthulhu game I play in. One of our bosses is a nun, so that's what we dubbed her.
That works.
I mean, it does.
She doesn't use a
It
ruler, though.
does.
She uses us. We're kind of her hit squad. Those children are casting a spell? Wipe them out. Okay. I say children. They were teenagers. They knew better than to be casting curses to set people on fire.
Did they really though?
Well, if they didn't, they knew after we shot them all.
I mean, fair.
That would typically do it, yeah.
Maybe.
Look, they were dealing with Nazi occultists. They just...
Okay, fair, they had it
to
coming.
get
Yeah,
Everybody involved.
Yeah,
had to
Nazis, they had it coming.
they did
Yeah,
not
They
see
had
this.
it coming.
go. So anyway, all that said, you got Bree working for you. What?
Sarah. She
was-
punned.
Only one person caught it. I feel vindicated.
No, I know what you meant by it when you said the name. I remember the character.
No,
No, the
No.
pun.
they did not see this.
I'm just choosing not to, say anything about it.
I'm having to suppress my childish urge to start punning back.
Just
Rolling
wise.
sword.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Samuel will come in as well.
Okay. So gradually, you all make it to the bag.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all all know what the prince was asking you to do. What do you,
Mhm.
What do you do?
Well, now we have a place to meet.
Interesting digs.
You just got tired of the slumber parties, didn't you?
No, it's more of it is very much against my nature to open up one of my homes to others.
Yeah, you got tired of the slumber parties. That's just a fancy way of saying that.
Oh, yes.
That, and it is more advantageous for us to have a place of our own to meet up at, as opposed to going to one of the Elysiums.
Yes, this is true. So at least, we have this. Plus, with the front, we can make, a little bit of coin here and there.
Yes. Alexander, this place was chosen as well because there is a sewer entrance right out back.
Oh, you're so kind. I thank you for this.
I figured it would make it easier for you to move around.
Oh, yes. Very much so. I do enjoy the fact that it'll even make it easier to get from my home to here.
So, as you are aware, my Primogen has tasked me with learning more about the Blood Sorcerer.
Yes.
Now, they might be kindred, they might be a kind mage. But you do not know.
Either way will be interesting.
It will. The mages of the kind are They can be rather deadly, even to our kind. You disagree, Jason?
No, not at all.
I just heard pow.
That was me hitting my keyboard on mistake.
Oh, okay.
Though it would be kind of fun if you began talking about mortal mages and, the story just spontaneously combusted.
Yeah.
They're also very knowledgeable. They heard you talking about them.
I do believe their ears were burning.
I mean, I've played a mortal mage in a World of Darkness game before. Their powers are very much the definition of high risk, high reward with some of their stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can go save things and do stuff that can be, created using normal scientific means that are fairly okay. You can do stuff that literally tears apart the fabric of space-time, but don't cause a paradox. You cause a paradox and you just sort of go boop, and you're gone. You and everything within a few miles radius around you.
Throwing a fireball, bad. Making that card next to your enemy explode, that's fine.
Yeah. Yes, the Tremere clan used to be mortal mages before we became vampires. So you could say that we are in tune a bit with them. There are those that follow mortal mages more closely than others. I myself, that's not one of my particular specialities, so this will be interesting if it is a mortal mage. But
Well, that was my question.
what?
Oh, I was just going to ask if you happen to know a mortal mage. You sound like you were leading towards that.
I have been considering finding one to potentially see if I can make an ally of, but
Ally or ghoul?
you tell me.
I legitimately don't know. I haven't talked to you for how long we've been doing this. It's a little unnerving, I'm not gonna lie.
We'll see. I believe it might be a kind that has learned a few secrets of thaumaturgy. But let's not discount that they could be mortal.
Fair
They're
enough.
probably not going to be a werewolf, though, right?
I mean, if a werewolf learned magic, I think we're just all done for. I think it's just
that's
over.
why we just call
I-
it off. If it's
I-
a werewolf,
I
that
think we
knows
just I think
magic.
we just move to Tennessee or something.
I heard there's some nice places up by the border.
That's where the werewolves came from.
Or just hide amongst them. Hide amongst them.
Yeah,
When in
good luck
Rome.
hiding amongst
They're
werewolves.
coming
I'll
down to
be
kill us. They never expect
fine.
us to move next door to them.
Blackjack doesn't know where they came
You,
from.
you say you'll be
I-
fine, but didn't one of yours already die to werewolves?
Jolene's blocking all of that to deal with later.
I honestly don't know if Lupine actually have mages. That will be
Next
a
time
subject
we
of
run into
research.
one, we'll torture it out of him.
No.
The
That
people
could
was
be a
like
subject.
eating over him, and you're just like, wait a minute.
I'm picturing you interrogating a werewolf, and it sounding like Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
I mean, with our group, honestly, yeah.
Ruh-roh.
Jinky Samuel.
That's Velma.
Still
Or
Scooby
Jolene would
Doo.
be Daphne because she's got the red hair.
Fair.
What would Samuel be?
Doubt it. I mean, I
Well,
guess
between
he
Fred or
Fred.
Scooby, he'd be Fred.
Fred, because
Fred or
Freddy's
Shaggy.
the leader, more or
Blackjack
less,
would probably
of the
be
group.
Shaggy.
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah,
Alec-
sure.
Alexander's just, or not, yeah, Alexander's just the random
Or-
person in the costume
The guest
hiding.
star.
Exactly.
Or would no Blackjack would probably be Scrappy.
Oh man, why you gotta curse somebody like that?
Yeah.
Let me at him.
Scrappy
Let me
saved
at him.
that show,
Yeah.
and then
he
they decided to
did.
go all in on him, and that ruined it.
Yeah. It's like, oh, he's getting attention. Ah, and yeah, no.
Except for the movie. I didn't
We
like
pulled a
Scrappy in the movie.
complete like 90-degree left turn there.
Yeah.
It seems to be
I
the night, but we
mean-
keep getting off on these little side tangents.
Yeah.
Focus.
I mean,
Focus.
this is the South, and we are famous for NASCAR, so a left turn is something we do.
Goodbye, guys.
Why is nobody into drag racing?
I mean, that's also entertaining, but I mean,
Well, I mean, if you put them all in dresses, I guess.
Got a great uncle
What
in
did
the
that
drag
come,
race
what
hall
did
of
that
fame.
come back to?
I got Sarah with that. I got Sarah with that.
Back on target, people.
All right,
Okay.
y'all are there. Y'all are meeting. Y'all are talking about blood magic dude down in
Sorry.
Mooresville.
Okay. Alright.
so
Mm.
what is your plan for the evening, then, Master Samuel?
Can we not roll up like we did on the other house?
Yes,
I mean, it
let's
worked.
not do that.
I mean, I can always do stealth approach, the reconnaissance.
Well, you've proven you're good at it.
It also helps that we're all here.
I'll be best.
I mean,
Oh, Bubba subscribed with his
point.
Twitch Prime. Thank you, Bubba.
Hey.
Hey, appreciate you.
Appreciate
Thank you,
you,
thank
Bubba.
you.
Well, we could either investigate the warded home, or we could figure out what Blackjack is talking about to himself over there.
I don't think we want to try and figure that out.
That's probably not. He's staring at something.
I'm looking at the fourth wall, guys.
Sorry, I had to. Okay. Or we could go to Mooresville and investigate the home directly.
I do like a direct approach.
I know you do.
I mean, I'm fine with any task, whether it be more direct or indirect. I just need to know direction.
The part that interests me is this warded home here in Huntsville. The one that is protecting a distant relation.
I mean, it's close, so we could always check it out first.
Yeah, it's in your domain proper, so it is close by.
That
It's a lot closer.
it is very much closer, yes. So we could do that. Investigate that home. I don't believe I'd be able to. Well, I suppose we'll see how effective the ward was.
Is
If
there a way
they-
we can take the ward down?
Everyone looks at Samuel.
Well, that depends on the ward itself. Some wards are for smaller areas but last indefinitely. Circles have a finite period of time. They can last for a night to anywhere up to a year and a day. But they require a considerable amount of blood to be spilled.
I know, considering the amount of rats he took from the sewers, it was a decent amount, though we had to essentially caprice fern all the poor little bastards one by one.
See, that is the part that interests me. Wards typically need to be fueled by the blood of the caster. Not the blood of
Maybe
the
they were
field.
magic rats.
From the sewer.
To be fair, that would have made them a little more tasty, however they tasted normal.
Wards can, with a proper application of force and willpower, be overwhelmed. As long as whatever force you decide to apply exceeds the capacity and the design of the ward itself, you can, in theory, break past its defenses.
So we're gonna throw blackjack at the defense?
I like this idea.
To be
Of course you do.
I mean, to be fair, with his willpower and determination to essentially annihilate anything in his path, it might be a decent option. Maybe.
Give me 1 second to pull up the PDF so I can.
Or, I mean, it might be specially crafted to keep folks like us out.
My sire does know a ward, and the warding circle of its kind that is specifically designed to keep K-Knights out. But it's a very high level and powerful ward to do.
And obviously needing a lot of blood.
The blood cost is the same for most wards. A general rule of thumb: a warding circle requires about 3 times the amount of blood as a regular ward would take. And I'm not sure about you, but that could, in theory, make someone very hungry, very fast.
Well, seeing as the soul did not, how do you say, seem to crave or hunt anything after they had left, they were either successful in not gaining hunger or wasn't growing hungry from it in the first place. Therefore, could be closer to your first theory of it being someone of a kind mage.
It's possible.
Would make it interesting, to say the least, to find human mages of blood magic. Why, we might be able to find your first ally. At least in these times.
Well, I say we go see the warded home.
Fair enough, sir. At least traveling by car would be faster than my runabout through the underway.
Good lord. Yeah, me looking at wards, it's a willpower contest.
Sounds like a fun time.
You're
So-
literally just rolling willpower against the ward.
So, Blackjack, how stubborn are you?
I mean, I'm pretty stubborn. I
On
think
a scale of 1 to 15,
I think it's yeah. This to be interesting.
a 5.
Is that how many
Wow.
points of willpower you have?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Unfortunately, when dealing with wards, only the first person to cross the ward actually has to make the contest. If you're in a group.
gonna be people like doing like rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah.
I mean, I got a willpower of 6, so...
Same.
So, yeah, whoever has the highest willpower, because it's a ward. Me double checking the notes here. It is intelligence plus blood sorcery versus the trespasser's willpower.
This is gonna be fun, guys. Let's go.
Yeah. So you're basically always at a disadvantage, just about.
Yeah.
Well, if wards were easy to break, they'd be pointless.
Well, yeah, that's true. Like if Samuel were to put a ward down,
We gotta get us some boards.
well, he knows how to use wards against lupine. But if he were to throw a ward down, he'd be rolling with a pool of 8 to contest trespassing. So, we're onwards to home house thing.
Yes, the ward at home.
Yes.
Alright.
I'll say DM has been very quiet over there looking at things several times, so I have concerns.
Oh, nothing.
Yeah.
Oh,
We
he's
look-
just getting ready for the fun that's about to ensue.
Or,
Don't
or
you
were you
worry.
looking at
Pulling out
warding?
books, looking up things.
Yeah.
Cackling
Open your
maniacally,
pages.
steepling his fingers.
Just
He
about.
I'm
already
just
said
looking
that.
at how different magic systems work in these different games. That's all.
Stroking a cat off screen.
Yeah, just there's a cat over there somewhere. He's already drinking blood. We know that.
Blood that comes from carbonated cans.
Yeah.
No. It's,
Carbonated
it's in a
blood,
bottle.
Wow.
Fair enough.
And what do you think for our savages?
Actually, sodas are better out of cans, man.
Savage is barely even human. Oh, you noticed.
Ah, thank God. Freedom.
Whoop.
Hello.
What?
Cameras have shifted around.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
Hey!
Somebody blinked off for a second and then back in.
Yeah.
Weird.
Just enough to jumble up everybody except me and Jolene. All right.
I mean, you mainly gotta switch Blackjack back and push them back down.
Why does my
Yeah,
name say
Blackjack and
Alexander?
Samuel. Alexander's got to go up here. Blackjack goes down there.
Hi, gorgeous girl.
I only have use of my hand again. She's been asleep on my hand this entire time.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't need it.
In her eyes, no.
Just like this with the mouse, like
Like I'm like stressing to just move a few inches, if not centimeters, just to go somewhere. Hi, honey. How are you?
17 more minutes and dinner will be done.
Alright, I think I got everybody's name sorted out.
Congratulations!
So let's see, where were we comparing magic, laughing maniacally, soda and bottles versus cans? Alright. So y'all are going to roll out and check out the warded house?
Yeah,
Apparently.
but I don't think we should take Blackjack's truck.
We're all gonna try and
Ooh.
fit into Samuel's car.
No, Maeve has her vehicle.
oh, okay.
But like that's big, clunky.
I mean,
At first you said I don't think we should take Blackjack, and before I heard the rest of it, I was like, what the hell?
No, your vehicle.
Like,
Yeah.
like he's afraid Blackjack's just going to immediately jump out of the car and try to break the ward with his forehead or something.
Like, before the car even stops, is out the window.
He just
Doesn't
throws
even,
himself.
he's driving too and just jumps out the window.
like he looks over at Maeve like, hold the wheel! Yay!
So when you find out the ward, it doesn't act like a wall, it acts like a bug zapper.
I have
Yeah,
a backup,
just-
don't worry.
Just,
I mean, it
just watch
works.
him get electrocuted as he jumps
Mhm.
out. Jesus Christ. Oh, right.
No kidding.
Well, there's only 5 of you. You could technically cram into Samuel's car. There'd just be 3 of you sitting in the back, you know, like this.
Yeah.
I mean, Alexander be fine in the trunk. Just be like, well, I mean, I'm the one that doesn't need to be seen, so.
Mm-hmm.
You get pulled over.
You know why I
I'm not
stopped you?
drunk.
No. We get pulled over, and all of a sudden, just for the shiggles, Alexander's just like, get me out of here!
There's-
Knocks on the trunk, pops it. Alexander grabs it and says, "Hey, shut the damn door!"
Exactly.
Look over here.
I'm just picturing him obfuscated until the officer turns on the mag light.
and just hisses.
No, that'd be perfect. This right before just obfuscating, it rises like, I swear to God, someone's just tapping in here. The second you hear the trunk close,
Alright, so y'all taking one vehicle or 2?
Samuel.
Well, take Samuel's vehicle if he's letting us.
Is the dog with us?
No.
Okay, we can take one car.
Most of the
Fair.
time, I think Maeve leaves her dog guarding her haven.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He's not letting a dog in his car. Are you kidding me?
And again, that's fine. Just so everybody's not cramped, Alexander opts to be in the trunk. It'll be okay.
Don't hit any speed bumps.
All the speed bumps.
Why are you swerving?
Pushes down the side thing, so there's this little hole, just like nose, just like Alexander knows.
Oh,
Sorry.
Jesus Christ.
What? Okay, but yeah. So onwards, house. Yes.
All right, I'll know the house. Now, some of y'all that take better notes than I do you remember what the woman's name was?
Don't think she gave it to us.
I don't believe so.
Yeah, the
I was
lady
ready
in
He-
the house. No.
I was thinking he had checked the mailbox, and I thought y'all had looked it up.
No, the only
No,
information we got was the guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
We-
figured out the guy who lives out in Mooresville. It was just
Yeah.
That
we
was his niece or something that lives in the house.
Yeah. We got Walker Boyer, but what we were told was that whoever lives in the house is like a cousin twice removed levels of relation.
All right, do any of y'all have the
Guy.
name Diana Davis written down?
No.
I do now.
Oh yeah, so
Yep.
do now.
Do you have a Fiona Edelstein written down?
Nope.
Nope.
All right, I've got both those names written on my notes. Why do I have both those names written on my notes?
I mean, don't worry, Doc. We'll write them both down. It's fine.
I mean, I've written them
Edelstein,
both.
spell that
in-
for me.
What's that?
I think
Spell the
Fiona
last-
was. 1 second. Fiona Edelstein?
Mm-hmm.
I think she was. Oh no, never mind. Wait, 1 second. Fiona Edelstein was Lee's sire when he did the blood walk.
That's right.
Ah, that's right.
Yeah.
What was the
Okay.
other name?
Diana Davis.
And spell Edelstein for me, please.
E-D
Mhm.
E-L-S-T-E-I-N.
Get out, Edelstein.
That's right, because y'all got that name, but you have no idea who she is beyond that.
Right.
Yeah, I don't have the Diana name anywhere that I'm seeing.
Okay. It was
I don't
in
either.
it was on a list of names, but I marked it like I had
Jen.
used it.
That are just, good old name generator. Just
Oh, I found a list on like a 4 or 5 year old post on some RPG site where the guy took all the like hosts and reporters and stuff from NPR and mixed and matched their first and last names. So that's where most of these names are coming from.
Okay.
What was the last name of Diana again? I'm sorry.
Davis.
Davis, okay.
And let's see, other than Alexander, have any of y'all been by this house yet?
I do believe
No.
I am the only one that has
Yeah.
traveled to this house not once but twice.
Yes, you.
And he is the one in the trunk of the car.
Well, he's got the address and stuff. He
Yeah.
gave Samuel the
Yeah.
address a while back.
Just
Yeah.
bang on the left side when we need to turn. No, you can't see.
Mm-mm-mm.
Eventually, I need to get more into obfuscate or something to where I can just make an illusion. You just see like a little red arrow pointing out.
That might require some chemistry.
Chemistry, probably.
Chemistry. You really only know one person in town that does that, and I am sure the Scourge would not mind teaching you. What? He has been perfectly polite every time you've encountered him.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Get Maeve to be buddy with the Scourge. That should be fun, right?
Nothing could go wrong, other than the fact that the Gangrel and the Ravnos have a natural dislike for each other
Yeah.
that goes
It'll be
back
fine.
millennia.
Try to let bygones be bygones, right?
We're gonna be civilized for at least a few moments, if you will.
All right, so y'all parking by the house. Y'all just doing a drive-by. What are y'all doing?
Gonna
Actually,
do a
three
drive by
blocks down.
first.
What time of day is it?
Oh, let's see. When did the sun set on February 1st?
I'd have to assume at least by 5 o'clock, if not 6.
The sun set at 5:18 on February 1st, 2019. Well, in Moulton, so I don't know when that would be in Huntsville. But anyway.
Close enough.
Yeah,
Yeah.
about 6 close enough.
It's probably within the hour.
And, you know, if it said at 5:18, and then y'all drove here,
About
and then y'all sit around
6:37.
talking, it's probably 6:30 by the time you're leaving. So it may be 7 by the time you get there. Not late by any stretch.
Yeah.
It's early
Yeah.
evening.
So probably best to just do a drive-by.
Just do a drive by.
Yeah, get nice out. What's going on?
Yes.
When you drive by the house, there is, let's see, what vehicle? There's an SUV parked in front of the garage. It's a single-car garage. It is not the vehicle that Alexander saw the woman drive up last time he was watching.
Mm-hmm.
Give me... Pull up a sheet. Because I play way too many games to ever remember a skill list.
Mm-hmm.
Awareness wits.
For who?
For
To see what you
For
see
everybody?
as you drive by. Yeah. Anybody that's looking at, well, not Alexander because he's closed
Everyone
up.
except for Alexander.
Opens
Just
the
did.
trunk.
No, he just obfuscates the side of the car. Nobody can see the side of the car now.
Out of 5 dice rolled? What the hell?
Jesus.
You,
Everyone roll.
Oh, well then.
except for Samuel, who's driving. Cheers, mate.
Right.
Hey,
yeah.
that's
Hold
a
on.
That's.
Can't
Did
we
we
I
just
mean,
crash? We just crashed.
No.
Can't
We just
can't
crashed
re-roll
his
the hunger
lovely
dice.
car.
I know I can't re-roll the hunger dice, but I am going to re-roll that one success there. That one
I
critical
want a messy
success.
critical for this. I want a messy critical for this.
Nope.
You only rerolled one?
Yeah, I re-rolled that 10.
Oh, that's fair, I guess. I was sitting there
So
going, if
it's-
you rolls 3 dice, that gives me a
It's
decent
still
chance to-
5 successes. It feels. I can English.
5 successes.
5 successes.
Yes, your number of successes did not change, but you managed to avoid being a messy critical.
Yep.
I don't like that ability to do that.
I mean, I had to burn a point of willpower to do it.
Yeah,
I-
that's
I-
true, and your willpower could be important later. So
Yep.
At least we don't crash.
At least we don't crash. Yes.
Poor storyteller. All he wants is a messy critical to help enhance the story.
that's
Oh,
all.
if
To enhance the
depending on-
story.
Depending on what's happening, there might be he might ride the wave, so to speak, at some point.
You know, he's just, he really gets to see what's going on in the house. He just doesn't see that pedestrian.
Oh.
Don't worry, nobody cares because it's not a masquerade breach.
Shit, I have to like embrace them now.
It's like, oh, someone got hit. Does anybody notice?
Is there a
The
doctor
true
around?
humanity.
It's like embracing the dead human so nothing fucking happens. Like,
Toss him in the trunk with Alexander. It's fine.
It's like, oh, I get company. Ooh, I get to have a good night.
Two Nosferatu.
And all of a sudden, Alexander's a creep. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's see.
No,
Alexander
this
sees
is
nothing.
this is just Josh.
Oh, okay.
No,
Josh is the creep.
This is
Okay.
just me being. This is just me being goofy. You'll get used to it eventually.
Yeah.
Maybe. Technically, Eric and Sarah have yet to get used to it. I'm afraid.
Oh, yes.
And
Yes.
they've
Just,
Yeah.
known me for a few
just
years.
being
for
goofy.
it.
If I had $1 every time a creep had said that.
Uh huh.
Alright, but no, Alexander sees nothing because he's in the trunk. Let's see, Maeve got 2, Jolene got 1. So Jolene and Blackjack, the curtains are still open on the front window, or the blinds, I guess. And you two, you can tell there's a couple people moving around inside. Maeve, you can see that you pick up that it's a man and a woman. Samuel, it's a man and a woman. They're preparing dinner. They're kind of laughing and, kind of hugged up on each other. You would definitely say they're a couple.
Mm-hmm.
And then, they seem to be laughing, having a good time while they make dinner. It'd be a heartwarming scene if you had a heart.
True. Does the man look like the person Alexander described?
No.
No? Okay.
That'd be
No, this
weird.
dude is kind of dirty dishwater blonde,
Right.
where Boyer has got black hair.
Ah, some fresh blood in the water.
You don't know that yet. You're in a car. You're in the trunk.
Trying to see through the
I mean, I'm not saying this is Alexander. I'm just talking out
He's
loud.
being
that-
him, yeah.
Mm.
Okay. So he'll keep on driving about a block, find a spot that's quiet to pull in.
Okay, you can find a... You can probably find a gas station relatively close by. Or, park on the side of the road. This is an area that's got plenty of cars just, parked in front of houses.
Yeah. Not this early. He'll find a spot where there's not a lot of people. Or hopefully there's no people. I'll just pop the trunk.
Pops up. You rang.
Well, get scouting.
Of course, as you wish. And time to obfuscate.
Alright, are you using the low-level ability where it's just when you stand still? Or are you making a rouse check to cloak yourself while you move?
What's my hunger down to 1? You know what? I'll do the rouse check. See
Okay.
how well I fare. Yep, I get hungry.
You get a little hungrier. But you are obfuscated.
Right back.
I slowly, or I make my way on down to the home. At least outside the barrier range, from what I can tell.
Well, you know from previous experience the sidewalk is safe. It does not extend out over the sidewalk.
Okay. Let's see. So the blinds are open. I can kind of see in. So again, my character doesn't know unless they kind of informed him before he went, but nothing really unusual.
No, you see them. They're setting food down on the table. Spaghetti. It was like homemade spaghetti and whatnot. The woman is kind of very animated and talking very excitedly. You see her pick up a fairly thick magazine and she's pointing at some stuff. You can't read the title from where you're at, but you can tell it's a woman in a wedding dress on the cover.
Ah, yes, she's definitely excited. Alright. In that case, he is going to kind of walk around, essentially to a blind side of the house,
Okay.
if there is one.
Well, you know, you can get on the neighboring properties and kind of walk around to the sides of the back. None of the windows on the side show into the living room and kitchen area that you could see from the road.
Not.
Let's see.
I guess
There-
I'll have. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say there is you do see a doghouse in the backyard,
Oh, lovely.
though you don't see a dog.
A dog house with no dog. It makes no sense to have that if it's an inside dog. So, a little odd there, but I'll chalk that up to an interesting choice in decor. He'll swing back around, kind of giving a wide berth, or wide enough berth to go around to the other side and kind of get close to the garage, see if he notices anything strange.
Not really.
Just
Like I said, it's
vehicle parked.
Yeah, it's an SUV parked in front of the garage door. You'd assume that you'd assume her car is probably in the garage.
Well, trying to think. Because part of me is tempted to just have him stick his hand, or try to put his hand up and see if it like has any bad reaction to wherever the barrier might be.
It's a scientific approach, experimentation. I approve.
Seeing Joe and Sarah just frantically shake her head.
Being a
Jolene is not there. She cannot offer advice.
I know.
naturally, and this is the GM like that is like, yeah, do it, it'll be great.
I mean, again, everything looks normal. Nothing seems out of the ordinary except for just a random doghouse with no dog. But you know, hey, to each their own. You know what? I'm gonna give the GM something he's probably been nipping for a little bit. So he's gonna just slightly just put his hand close, see what it does. If it does anything, he's already seen what it does to blood. He's seen it keep it from passing. Let's see what it does to almost a little bit more, how we say, meat behind it.
Okay.
Worst comes to worst, he just gets a strong electrical shock and gets kicked back about 20 feet. It's fine.
Well, it depends on the whatever ward.
Part of me sitting here thinking, the second he crosses that barrier, person over in Mooresville is going to get a nice little red beacon lighting up saying, oh, we got trouble.
Whip, 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 whip.
You feel when you hit kind of the level of the property line, you feel resistance.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to try to really try to force your way through?
He's going to... Like, I'm trying to imagine, it's essentially, if you were to, I guess, mentally picture it, it's just like, you feel like almost equal pressure pushing back on you, or against his hand. So... He's going to pull his hand back for a second. Interesting. So it does offer some resistance. Well... I don't know if this would be wise to push through.
If you're going to have your character whisper, he needs to stage whisper so the mics pick it up.
Mm.
Right, that's what Sorry. He's just kind of, unfortunately, he's slightly thinking aloud, realizing that he is. He kind of goes back down to that stage whisper. He is going to slink back to Samuel and them and let him know that, well, right, so the ward does offer some resistance. I didn't think it wise to try and press my way through, especially with none of you nearby, so if you'd like, we can try this again and see if I have possibly some type of luck pressing on through. If you wish.
Is this area like a full neighborhood, or?
Yes, there's houses all down both sides of the road.
Okay. Is there a wooded area behind these houses?
No, not really. There's just some trees around, but nothing.
Okay.
No thick wood.
Yeah, Samuel just paused like, well, if we want to try that, it'd be better if we did it later in the night, when they're not awake.
Fair enough, sir. Nothing seemed to be out of the ordinary. I have a wild-haired guess that they're discussing, what is it now, wedding plans? The female seemed interested with a big book of what would look like a woman in a wedding dress, so I assume marriage. Never did that when I was alive, but that's beside the point. Even if I did that now, I highly doubt that anyone would be willing to put up with my ugly ass, but that's neither here nor there. However, it was odd. They had a doghouse in the back, but no signs of a dog. I thought it was just a very odd decor choice.
Well, it could be inside.
Oh, odd to have a house for a dog if you make it an inside one. Then it just stays inside.
Maybe it just came with the house, and they haven't got around to, moving it or taking it apart.
Yeah. Yeah, I somewhat came to the same conclusion, but again, just an odd little thought. Maybe need to be on the lookout for something that we don't know. But again, if you wish to do this at a later time, so I have no qualms. Can easily sit and wait patiently. Again, it's not like anyone will see me.
So what y'all gonna do?
Yeah, he'll say probably best if we wait till later.
So then, do we want to go visit the fellow that put this war down?
You better use the time than standing here doing nothing. Again, I doubt we're going to get much more information from looking at the house other than she has her dress already picked out and just needs to get it ordered.
Yeah. Okay. How far away was it for Mooresville where we are now?
Oh,
30 minutes to an hour?
let's see, 30-ish minutes probably.
Okay.
Sadly, I'm working off the premise of where I used to live, where it practically took 30 minutes to get anywhere, so, But then again, I used to live in the boonies.
Mm-hmm. Because you guys are, if you're looking on the map, you guys are, let's see, there's the big cove. You guys are, your domain is here. And Mooresville is over here.
Oh, yeah.
You're about as far east to west as you can get in Huntsville. And you can't go straight because you get cut through the arsenal, so you have to kind of go.
You got to go up 231 around, then get on 565.
Right. Now, having said that, it's mostly two main roads, so it's not a difficult drive or anything. But yeah, 25, 30 minutes to get there probably.
Road trip.
So by no means is it something that you couldn't do and still come back here and do whatever later than that. Depending on how the trip goes.
And I ain't got any other plans tonight.
You act like I have plans ever.
So onward.
I don't know your laugh. Or unlaugh, or...
Madam, I'm an abomination that looks like a giant rat. Not many places I get to go.
Furry conventions.
I thought maybe Nos got together and did Nos things. I don't know. Strange stories or something. I don't know.
I mean, to be fair, probably wouldn't be a bad idea. Maybe I can start a Wednesday book club.
There you go.
I'm sorry. That's such a random tidbit, but we'll make it work.
Let's see.
Excuse
Yeah, so
me.
he'll, I guess we'll start the drive.
Just hops back in the trunk.
Yeah.
Alright, so y'all are heading to Mooresville?
Yeah.
Okay. The drive is relatively uneventful.
Mm-hmm.
Now, down around Mooresville, that's odd. I just noticed which side of the street it looks like Mooresville's on. That is not the side of the street it's actually on.
Oh my. Google Maps having the wrong information. Preposterous.
Well, I'm assuming that little red. I was assuming that little red square there was it, but it's really more down here where the name is. So that may have been me misjudging what it was. But yeah, it's right about here. So it is outside. Where last session I was saying it was surrounded by Huntsville city limits. It is actually outside because that little square is something else.
Just a wee bit, not too much.
But anyway, there's a lot of road construction going on in this area. So that slows you down a little bit. Because there's still a fair amount of traffic at 7 of people going and coming from work.
Mm-hmm.
So it winds up taking you a little bit closer to an hour. But you were around the home like 7 or 7:30ish, so it's 8:15.
Too bad.
Yeah, it's not too bad at all.
Yeah. And he'll find a quiet spot and let Alexander out again. I feel like I'm unleashing the family pet on somebody.
Just take the collar off his neck. Get him
Yeah, basically.
quietly.
Get a bit quieter.
Yeah.
That's great.
So if y'all are glancing at the map, the exit that lets you off, where you get off the main highway, it's just a little bit north of this map, and you get on Mooresville Road here, which cuts across the highway. And then this down in here is Mooresville proper. With its whole like 6 or 7 streets.
Huzzah! It is a tiny town.
Its population of about 49 or 59, I forget.
Oof, that is small.
Everybody knows everybody knows everybody.
Yeah.
It's an easy place to find a quiet spot to park.
Oldest
Yeah.
oldest operating post office in the state for sure.
Yep.
Some of the post office boxes they've got there have been around since before the Civil War. Some of them have been owned by the same families since before the Civil War.
Good note.
That's impressive.
Median income is a little higher than the state average. And then it's got a few little, I hesitate to say tourist traps exactly, but there's an old church that Disney used in a Tom Sawyer movie several years back.
Mhm.
They actually filmed a fair amount of that in and around the town.
I mean, for the setting and everything for the movie, it's actually probably not a bad place.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all, very historic and whatnot. I did a little walk around it one time on a school trip. But you do have a coffee shop.
Ah, yeah, that tells you it's up to modern times. It's got a nice little coffee shop.
Which is kind of outside of the town, though. It's not to ruin the aesthetic in the town.
It's probably closed though at this time.
Quite possibly. I forget where that old... Well, both the churches in the town are old, but... The one that's not used anymore... Somewhere in there, this area, I think. That might be it there. I forget. The Church of Christ is almost as old, but it's still actually in use. Anyway.
I checked. It closed at 4.
Very good. But did it close at 4 in 2019?
I don't know. I'm assuming. Unless they've changed their hours. It's a Wednesday, right?
February 1st in 2019 was a Friday.
Then it's closed. Or closed at 4.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So anyway, we'll say somewhere around here is probably where you let Alexander out. Assuming you don't... Well... Or you could pull into the now closed coffee shop parking lot and let him out.
Either one. Well, no, he'll find a quiet spot because there could probably still be a security camera there.
Possibly, quite possibly.
So. Yeah, he'll find a quiet spot that is not like the front of a store.
Okay. Alexander, are you re-obfuscating? Though technically, I don't guess you'd have to have turned it off.
No, I mean he could have stayed obfuscated throughout the entire ride, just knowing he'd have to get out and do it again.
I mean, it is technically supposed to last for a scene. I guess this is a new scene. All right, carry on. Go ahead and make your rouse check if you want to reactivate it.
Yeah, I'll do another rouse check just to stay proper to it. I mean, worst comes to worst, I just get a little hungrier again. It's alright. And... Yahtzee.
Yeah, you get a little hungry.
You do in fact get hungrier.
What are you at now?
That's getting up to 3. Though I'm curious if I can re-roll that die.
I believe you cannot re-roll hunger die, or rouse check.
Rouse.
I don't think. If somebody wants to look that up, that's fine. But...
I mean, I'll take the hit. This is all for the good of the coterie. I will succumb. Okay. Slowly getting hungrier, but I'm able to fight it off for a little while longer. And into the night I go, whoosh.
All right. And you are using Unseen Passage.
Jeez.
All right. So you head down East Street.
Okay, how far down East Street, sir?
Well, you can see the individual buildings kind of faded on the map. To give you a sense of scale, this is a couple of fairly small blocks.
Oh, yeah.
Is all that makes up this town, so. Most of the houses, have got interior lights on. A lot of people have, drawn the shades or closed the blinds or whatever. Let's see, there's a few people. There's a few people walking around outside. You begin to notice that they're all seeming to travel like they're headed towards the post office, which is kind of middle-ish of town, I guess.
He's gonna take a minute and just kind of follow. Because that's kind of strange to be all heading towards the post office at this time of night.
Yeah, I mean, it's not freakishly late. Obviously, a post office would be closed by now, especially in a little town like this. In fact, none of the businesses in this little town are open anymore.
Yeah, most folks would be home if they don't work at somewhere over in Huntsville or somewhere else.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. So you're following two of the guys you see are coming kind of north up East Street. Somebody else comes out of a house about here. And the three of them meet up and start walking down towards the post office. As you follow them, somebody's already waiting outside the post office for them. He's dressed nicely. He's dressed in black. You recognize him as Boyer.
Okay. Again, I stay within earshot. I keep distance, but I'm just making sure to be able to hear what all they say. Especially after recognizing the one fella.
They meet up. One of the guys that's they're all dressed because it's winter. They're all dressed in coats. One guy's wearing a long coat and an actual honest to God cowboy hat.
I mean, I can believe it.
It's not that unusual a style in Alabama.
No, not at all.
When he speaks, though, he's got a Texan accent, so he's obviously living up to the stereotype. It's cold out here, Walker. What have we got? You hear Walker tell him, I'm not 100% certain. One of the wards got, or one of the, what would you call it?
Probably barriers, protection spells.
Well, ward implies certain things in kind of this setting. But
Sigil.
He'll go ahead and use the word ward, considering who he's talking to. One of my wards triggered. Something has crossed into town. The one, specifically the one that triggered, suggests it's a vampire.
Interesting. And no, he's not saying this aloud. This is the player.
This slightly heavier set guy's like, do you know how many? And Walker shakes his head. No, I just know it's like a tripwire. I just know something crossed it.
Again, Alexander continues to remain silent, just waiting to hear if anything else progresses.
They proceed to start kind of walking down the street, almost like they're doing a patrol of the neighborhoods. Oh.
He slowly follows, but again, keeping distance, keeping within earshot.
Give me a stealth roll.
Ooh. Why you do this? The dice have not been kind.
Let's see. Let me find. You can go ahead and get the roll. I just gotta find the.
Well, I just didn't know. I got it ready.
Oh,
I just don't know what
right,
the second value is.
You're right. You're right. I think it's generally stealth and
Dexterity.
I mean, that'd be great.
I don't know that I don't know that dexterity necessarily helps him in this particular instance. But yeah, go ahead and do dexterity and stealth. I don't see anything else that jumps out at me as fitting.
Please, dice. That's don't. God.
They just want you hungry.
It's under half, but that's pretty good.
I don't know if that's good or not on the hunger dice.
Alright, let's see here.
I got 3 successes out of the 4, but on hunger I didn't get a damn thing.
Alright. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4 successes. You're following him. The men don't seem to notice you at all. And then you hear a slight growling behind you.
Lovely. That can only mean one thing. The men don't notice me, but by God, the town dog does.
Let's hope it's a dog.
Yeah, I'm
dog
lying to
or
myself
man?
and saying it's a dog right now.
You're not the only person who hears the growling, though. The men all kind of glance back. And the Texan's like, "You got something, Kitty?"
Kitty? I beg your pardon. Luckily, in this particular obfuscate, I can move. So I'm going to have my character slightly turn to see what is growling at him.
What you see approaching you, you could call it a cougar. You could call it a mountain lion. It's not necessarily looking directly at you. It's got its nose to the ground, but it's walking in your direction. You know, it's got its tail down, very much in a hunting posture.
Oh, this is getting fun, chitlins. I can already sense it.
And we don't know anything.
What? No. No, you
You're
don't.
waiting for your master spy to come back.
I wonder
And
how
then he
Alexander's
doesn't.
doing.
I'm sure he's fine.
Anyway, mountain lion's getting close, or excuse me, Kitty is getting close to you, so...
Ah, damn it. Okay, that does nothing. What is... do I not...
You said your hunger was at 3?
Unfortunately.
Let's see, what all triggers fear frenzies in a vampire? Is it just fire and sunlight?
Fear frenzy?
Wait, I'm just thinking if you turn around and there's a flipping mountain lion coming at you.
Fire, sunlight, depending on where you're at, true faith.
Well, you know, the kitty cat does not have true faith.
Yeah. I mean,
If push comes to shove, I think I have a backup to get the GTFO out.
Alright, so you see this, it freaks you out. It's, you know, it's fairly frightening, but it's nothing nothing where you're going to lose absolute control of yourself. As much as I would like to have made you make a composure check.
I bet you would, sir.
mm-hmm.
Turn around, see a mountain lion, shout an expletive, which breaks your obfuscation.
Yeah, and then have 4 men being able to stare me down like, wait, when did you get there? Wait, what the fuck? Yeah, so I'm gonna question to the GM.
Mm-hmm.
Soaring leap.
Okay, that is out of your potence ability, I believe.
It is. It is the only potence ability that I have. But again, let's see if I do this. So it's a free thing. And if push comes to shove, since this is this is about to become bad.
Alright, so it doesn't cost you anything. You can jump a number of if I can talk. The user can jump a number of meters equal to 3 times their potence level, vertically, or 5 times horizontally. The user needs no run-up to make those leaps. So you can just spring that full distance. Oh, I see where you put it in the chat.
Mm-hmm. I remembered I had copied and pasted it, and I just hit the little button to pull it up for you.
So there's no dice roll to that or anything.
Yeah, it's literally just... He's like, okay, this is starting to get hairy. What's the best thing I can do? Well, I can essentially leap the hell out of this area.
Alright, so what is your potence level?
Potence level... it's... I want to say potence is unfortunately just a 1?
Go down.
Yes, it's just a 1. Because I think I gained it through something. I can't remember if it was natural or if I gained it through...
It's one of your clan disciplines, I know.
Oh, potence is? Okay.
Yeah,
it might be
is one of
another...
the Nosferatu clan disciplines.
Oh, okay. I think I'm confusing potence with the other one, which is...
Celerity.
no.
Prowess?
Protein. Or protein?
Protean.
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 Thank you.
That
Yeah,
might have come
protean
from
is
your
what
hunting
I
style or
gained.
something. I don't know.
That came from the hunting style, yes. Yeah, because it's Eye of the Beast and everything, and that's kind of technically not, I don't think, is in the Nosferatu line.
No, Protean isn't.
Mm,
Okay, well,
No.
with a 1, you could jump 5 meters high.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, excuse me. You can jump a meter high or 5 meters, long jump.
Well, in this instance, he's going to do a long jump. He ain't jumping high, he's wanting to get distance. So, where about are we here in front of the post office? I'm assuming we're somewhere on this street.
Yes, they'd met up at the post office, and then you were following them as they were walking back down this way.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll say they're about right here.
So about middle of the street.
Yeah.
Those etchings in there, that's just grid. Those are not like solid buildings in between. Like
Right.
'cause-
These little shadowy shapes like this,
yeah, that's building.
those are the buildings.
Okay, so that's actually a very open field.
Yeah, it's mostly backyard. That's mostly yards and stuff, and I think the church may be right here. It's on one of those corners. This particular street, there's actually no houses on either side of this street that are actually facing the street. Now, this one over here at the end of the street kind of looks down it, but if you're worried about witnesses other than these 5 dudes. Well, excuse me, these 4 dudes.
4 dudes and a cat.
Well, it's 4 dudes and a cat.
Jesus Christ, the Texan having a damn cougar. Why couldn't it be the other kind of cougar? But anyway, moving on. Right. Yeah, no, he is straight up just taking. Like the second he notices that cougar is getting close to him, it's just like, it's time to move. And the best way is that way. AKA, let's see. Think like, yeah, he's essentially kind of leaping this direction.
All right. So you're kind of going off the street into the backyards.
He's trying to essentially find cover because I'm assuming the second he does that, his obfuscate breaks.
Probably when you land, because you would make some noise landing. In all
Oh
likelihood.
yeah. Well, what I'm saying is like, if anything, they might hear an initial I don't know if they'd hear an initial step as he leapt out, but I'm more worried about like the second he is moving like that his obfuscation breaks and he is fully seen. Is more my concern.
Do you have the unseen passage where you can throw it up in the chat?
Please hold. Obfuscate. Unseen passage. Yeet.
All right.
Looks like.
All right. Okay. He doesn't give a lot of detail on, because it works like the first level one. Just you can move around. So let me.
You mean that?
Ah, yes, that one. I couldn't remember what it was called. Right, I called out its name. I'm going to say the leap itself does not break the obfuscate. So they don't see you when you jump away, But when you land, there's enough of a thump that they hear it, and all heads kind of swivel in your direction. Now, the way you described it, it sounded like you were going to hit the ground running.
It's more of he's going to land and he's going to observe, and if they're going to start coming over, he's going to leap again. Essentially, he's about to play a game of leapfrog and to guide them around if they're only listening to the sound of his lands. He's going to continue to keep jumping until he can hopefully land on something soft that muffles the sound.
Okay. Well, when you land with a thump, you've made enough noise to break off your station.
So you're visible now.
They don't hear you launch, but they hear of you landing, and everybody kind of goes. And and Kitty just takes off.
I mean, the second he lands, he'd probably try to quickly use Cloak of Shadows if he could. Of course, at that point, he has to stand still.
Give me a stealth roll to see if you can trigger it before they can go. Because you can't activate it if somebody's actively observing you.
Yeah, and I'm guessing Kitty's actively observing.
She would have been in a better position to see, at least out of the corner of her eye as soon as you became visible. So it's possible. So it's your stealth versus her awareness.
And what are we using? Dexterity again?
Yes. This would be dexterity again.
Please don't screw me over, game.
Drop one of my dice. 1,
you
2,
can
3,
always...
4, 5. Wow, you got a success on every dice. All right.
You can always
force.
You can willpower.
Yeah,
No.
Those other two would have to succeed, though.
Yeah.
Actually, let's see, 1, 2. So you got 3 successes now. You can only re-roll 2 dice.
Mm-hmm.
And she already has 6, so it doesn't matter what I do.
If he maxed,
still be seen.
If he maxed out,
Even if
he
I
would still lose.
Yeah.
So you become visible. Even or odd? Well, I'll roll this one where it's.
Oh boy.
Even.
All right.
Oh, goody.
As you leaped, you leap and your hoodie gets blown back. So when you hit the ground, they all look over at you and can see you. You're displaying your full glory. There is a chorus of kind of, oh shit, from everybody except Boyer. Well, and Kitty. All the guys start producing guns.
Well, since it doesn't seem to tell me otherwise that I can't continue to burn or use this action, we going for another marathon leap.
Okay. All right. What is your? Let's see here. I'm trying to remember how initiative works in. Let's see. Conflicts. Clearly, I gotta start putting y'all in more fights so I can remember how this stuff works.
So general dex check.
The unfortunate bit is I have a feeling the second gunfire goes off, that's going to warn the others.
Yeah, the town's small enough that you fire a gun in it, everybody in town's gonna hear it.
I hate small towns.
Don't we all?
That's why I live in a big city.
Granted, don't get me wrong. I'm not a fan of the small town life, kind of like how probably Mooresville would be. But when it's more rural, and there's hardly anybody around, I can go with that life. It's more peaceful.
Okay. Not really doing
So much courage.
a initiative per se. Everybody just kind of declares what they're doing, and you roll. So
It's the Jason Carl. Several things happen at once.
all right. So the cat is bounding towards you, clearly intending to leap on you.
I was half expecting Vinny or Scully to pop out of a camera somewhere.
God, that'd be hilarious.
Yeah.
Just jumps on Duba.
But cats only have that kind of timing when they want to have that kind of timing. Let's see.
It's very true.
The 3 gun-wielding fellows are all planning to shoot you.
As expected.
As expected. And... Walker starts chanting. And pulling something out of his pocket.
How long has Alexander been out at this point?
Probably a good 15 minutes or so.
Okay, that's standard for Alexander, I suppose.
It's not long
Fairly
enough that
standard.
you'd be alarmed about it yet.
Right. Yeah, that's what I'm getting at.
Gunshots, on the other hand.
That'll be alarming.
Gunshots on the other hand,
I don't think
you know?
things are going well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's fine. Cool. Just making sure. If he was gone for like 2 hours, I'd be like, I wonder where Alexander is.
Yeah, no, I would have done been back at least within 30 minutes, if not sooner.
Alright.
I got greedy.
Alright, so that's what they're all doing. Alexander, you said you were just planning to leap away again.
Right now, he had, unless somehow magically I thought to put a pistol inside his coat pocket, and so he could fight back, which may not be the smartest thing right now.
Well, you've got
Honestly-
potence. You can always punch.
Yes, I can always punch, but I'm not the healthiest boy. That's Blackjack. He's
Oh.
the healthiest boy. So what do I need to roll, sir? This is my first time dealing with combat in this game, so.
Give me Dex Athletics. You know, you don't have to roll to make the leap. This is more of, do you make the leap quick enough that they, you know...
Can't get me.
Or... Well, you use athletics to dodge anyway, so that would still be the one to use. Even if you were doing it to avoid being shot. And or pounced on.
Athletics and dexterity, you said?
Yes.
Oh, RNG. You've already screwed me over tonight with this. Let's see how you do it again. Only 2. My
Don't
God.
call it out.
You might as well sit there and go, I dare you! I dare you to screw me!
Yeah.
And the dice go,
And
okay.
it talk shit.
Don't
Yeah,
talk the
huh.
dice.
Alright.
Look, I've already gotten screwed over and gone up from a 1 hunger to 3, so I mean, RNG already decided to flick me off at the start of this.
Alright. So we got Kitty,
Doesn't mean you keep pissing it off, though.
Stanley, Bob.
So y'all have to look for a new vampire.
Arnos is really good at being invisible. He went out for intel and never came back.
Yeah.
Maybe he dumped us. Maybe he was just, you know, instead of actually dumping us, he just ghosted us.
I mean, he could do better than us.
We're just a band of misfits.
1, 2, 3. 3 for Stanley. Two for Bob. Oh, come on, Hunter. You can do better than that. 3 for Hunter. I forget, what does he actually have to roll for that? And occult.
Does it follow the same rules of D&D? If it meets, it beats.
You know, I forget exactly what a tie does.
I think that's up to storyteller discretion, probably.
I
In a case
think
like
it's
this,
up
I would probably say half damage or something.
think
Dance off.
yeah. Dance off.
All right.
Only reason why I asked because I'd be willing to try and re-roll and hopefully get a 3 instead of the 2.
You're up against a mage. You might want to save that willpower.
I,
All right,
I
so
understand.
for a tie in this situation, I would say for everybody that's trying to do damage against you, it would be half damage. You know, they're trying to shoot you, but a tie, they just kind of wing you. And that, keep in mind, vampires half superficial damage anyway. Oh wait,
You know what?
I'm thinking about things like they have static damage. Their damage is all based on successes. Though weapons give you pluses, so
A pistol's, I think, a +1.
yeah, we will stick with the half damage for. Yeah,
I remember
I
the
think-
shotgun's a +3, but
And I think heavy pistols are a +3. And then I've got the claws for Kitty listed. Yeah. So what you would be doing... Okay. So the way this will work... if you tied them... That just means they wouldn't be getting any extra damage on you. You'd just be taking, like the one shooting a gun, you'd just be taking the basic +1 damage. That's all you'd be taking.
There's only one person I've already technically met with points-wise so far. I think the others have beat me by 1.
Kitty and Bob both got 2s.
Okay, so that means I was aware I met both of them, so only one outdid me.
Well, there's Kitty, Stanley, Bob, and Hunter. I rolled 2 of them rolled 2s, 2 of them rolled 3s. And Boyer seems to be kind of holding back on whatever he's getting ready. So, it's up to you. If you roll another success, it will lessen anything bad that was happening to you. But that will be another willpower.
Well, I haven't re-rolled anything. Well, no, did I re-roll? Wow, my memory's crap.
I don't think you did.
No, I don't think.
I think you had thought about it briefly, but you didn't actually do it.
Yeah, I thought about it, but I didn't do it. So I've still got my 6. Piss on it. Just re-rolling 1 dice because I can't redo the hunger. And throw. Didn't benefit me anyway.
Oh, well. Okay, so Kitty got a 2, you got a 2. So there's no bonus dice for successes. Kitty's claws do +1 damage. It is superficial damage. A vampire halves that. It's a scratch. It's not any... Effectively, there's no real damage.
Okay.
You know, you have to replace those pants. That's about it. So about the length of your calf, you've got your pants split open. Bob's pistol's pretty much the same thing. You know, you feel it graze you, but Stanley gets a slightly better hit. So he gets one. He has one more success. +1 for the pistol. So that's 2. That gets halved. You take 1 superficial damage.
So if I'm understanding correctly, since I only had 5 health, I'm down to 4.
Correct.
No. I mean, you don't fully go down. You go to the slash.
You have to
did
go
it
through all
right.
your superficial damage first.
Yeah.
Yeah, you go through all the
Still have-
superficial, and then it starts becoming aggravated as you take it again. So from a regular gun, it would take like 10 wounds to drop you.
Mhm.
So, so from here, do a slash, or...
Right, just click on your health box there. Click
Is it the red he's hitting, right? To make the slash.
Yes, the reds are the ones that he's actually got the health for. So he needs to click one of his. Yeah, just like
Okay,
that.
that's what
Just
I
like
thought.
that.
Okay, that's what I thought.
And then once you fill up all your reds with slashes, then you start going back and making them X's.
Okay. Okay, so not as bad as I was imagining. At least my durability is a bit different.
So that was Stanley. Then Hunter. Hunter also got a 3. So that's 1 extra for 1 for his extra success.
So a solid 1.
But
It's
one,
another-
1 for his extra success. Just having a pistol gives him another +1. And then there's something weird about his weapon. You feel it hit like a jackhammer. It has a +2 damage in addition to all its regular. So that's 4. It's still superficial, so that does get halved to 2. So you take 2 more slashes. His pistol didn't sound much different from the other guys, but it
But
hit
I
a whole
felt the
lot harder.
difference.
Now, your character has no idea whose shot did what. I was rattling off their names just to keep up with them.
No, I understand. The player mentally
Yeah.
knows which one is hitting harder.
It's pap, 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 and one of them paps really hurt. Like more, you've been shot by bullets before. That's really more than a bullet ought to do.
That sounds like guns.
Then we best go check it out.
And yes, all of y'all hear pap, pap, pap.
Do I hear a Wilhelm scream from Alexander?
Well, he's doing the leap, so maybe it's more like the Goofy scream.
Oh, no.
I mean, he can do this part.
How's that?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
But you do manage to leap away because Kitty did not get her claws on you good enough to hold you in place or anything. So
Look,
another
this cat has
10-meter
balls in
leap,
me.
or another 5-meter leap, gets you where you can kind of duck behind the church and out of line of sight of the guys with guns. You hear Boyer calling after you though. You're not welcome here, creature. Leave.
He'll kind of he'll respond back that I meant no harm. Unfortunately, I was just curious. And as I see, my curiosity about got the best of me. If you will leave me be, then I shall disappear from your town. On this I swear.
You hear the Texan guy. I don't know if I'd trust a rat-faced bastard.
Pretty good Texas accent.
Well, they're a flavor of Southern.
Oh, I know.
If I really wished you harm, why would I try to flee? You're only mortals, I'm pretty positive it wouldn't be hard, but again, I wish no confrontation. I just want to go.
Give me a wits awareness roll.
What's awareness? Sure. Please, RNG, be kind. I'm sorry.
It
Absolutely
just
not.
doesn't want to give you that hunger dice.
I was even kind that time. And it's just like, no.
Just by one. Each one failed by one.
So you completely don't hear the fact that the cat is still running towards you. Because, cats are quiet.
He's probably aware that the cat hasn't given up on him because.
So you're-
play
you're-
toy.
If you'll just let me go, I swear I'll leave. And then the cat just comes full speed around the corner.
Well, time to leap again. If I can actually get away.
Same roll as before, though this time only against Kitty.
Okay.
Only against Kitty.
Only against
Only
Kitty.
against Kitty. So what was it? Athletics and dexterity?
Yes. Man,
Dara gave you hunger dice.
Yeah. However,
So, like-
problem.
No, it's only one of them.
Nah, only one of them's a
Only one.
10. You're
We're
fine.
good.
Yeah.
Let's see. And Kitty got 2.
Don't worry too damn much. Phew.
Hi there, handsome man.
So, let's see. 5 meters wouldn't get you on the roof of the church, so you leap away instead of. Well, no, it's only a meter up, so it really wouldn't do no good. So yeah, it rounds the corner full speed. It does the full growling pounce at you, but you spring backwards.
Just flying back.
More goofy noises.
Now, the rest of you have heard the gunshots. What are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're gonna go check it out. At least
Yeah.
Maeve is.
Guess I'm gonna beat somebody's ass.
Yeah.
Let's try to maybe not beat somebody's ass. They're already shooting.
Shot.
Let's just.
As far
What
as
are they gonna do? What are they gonna do with a gun?
You would be surprised sometimes. Do you not remember how effective my shotgun was?
I don't
I
think
mean-
most people can afford a shotgun and then put specialty ammunition into it.
This is the South.
I was fixing to say, come on. There's people that probably have M1 Grants tucked away somewhere.
They're just waiting to use this shit.
I love
What do you think?
I love how Sarah slammed the truth so hard that Deca just froze for a good 15 seconds, literally.
It's like, welcome to the South, son. Do you not remember that we uphold the Second Amendment?
Vigorously.
Yeah.
I don't know that. I think Walmart still sells shotguns.
My Walmarts
even-
generally do not.
Even if they don't,
Well, I guess they're not
I
mine
know they
anymore.
used to,
Mm-hmm.
and I got a buddy that worked at a gun store,
I say there's
over in
gun
Hartsville.
stores everywhere.
and
Yes, there is.
Yeah.
though to be fair, last year they were not doing the business they were doing this. They've been doing this year.
Mm-hmm.
Well, people have gotten more stupid and doing stupider things, so, gotta protect
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah.
No kidding.
Let's just
Blackjack is gonna get out of the car.
Let's go.
let's try not to
Uh,
bang our buddy.
Are y'all all staying
We'll
together,
see
or,
how-
or members with celerity
yeah.
taking off?
Maeve is taking off. I think Maeve is the only one with celerity. So Maeve is leaving them behind.
Does Blackjack not have celerity?
not
No.
yet.
Oh, okay.
Not yet, because, I remember when we were chasing the
I can get it.
werewolf,
I just don't
didn't
have it yet.
Yeah. I knew it was a Bruja clandestine.
Maybe later. But for now, I will activate prowess. That's rouse check.
All right, roll me that rouse.
I'm good.
All right, you're good.
I say, if at least the dice ain't in favor of me, please be in favor of somebody else tonight. Dear God.
Yeah.
Is it bright or is it dark?
There's several of the houses have security lights. There's no like regular street lights.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I was like bright or dark. I mean, if it was bright, we'd be dead.
I mean, true.
I said lights, not sunlight, sir.
Just a bit.
I just heard light.
Yeah.
I'd
Well, I
be
mean,
fine.
I was saying, I don't know about we.
Most of us.
I'm not there just yet.
Jolene would
but-
be just tossing everyone in the trunk.
She'll be
I
holding her coat up, trying to shield everybody.
But what I want to do is eventually
mean,
be able
it'd
to
work.
say screw it and meld into the ground.
Yes, it's a very useful ability for the.
Don't we all? I mean, what?
Though some
Gangrel.
gangrel have gotten hesitant to use it of late, because some of them say their antediluvian speaks to them when they meld with the earth now. That was actually one of the trigger events for why the gangrel left the Camarilla.
Yep.
You told us these things didn't exist, and now they're talking to us when we sleep.
And since Maeve hasn't
worse that
experienced it, she's just like,
And it doesn't happen to every one of them, and it doesn't happen every time.
Yeah.
mhm.
See, I know there's some fun things like the Tremere, actually. If they want to stay up during the day, they can literally turn their haven into a little haven of nighttime. It's a fun little ritual.
I'm just picturing a neighborhood, and it's like you pass by the Addams family house, and it's just clouds, darkness. For some reason, the prince gets pissed when we use this. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, you just hear bum 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 bum.
Something like that, yeah. Me wanting to double check now, because
I don't think you could have lurch, though, because the Promethean game was in the New World of Darkness. So you don't have Frankenstein monsters running around in this one.
Caster makes the ritual once the sun rises. On a wind, shadow blankets the area, closing off any view of the outside, but also preventing any sun damage to the vampires within.
Okay. So it's almost like you put up a coating on the inside of your haven. Or
Yeah.
whatever. Okay.
On a critical wind, those inside can spy the outside world dimly. The ritual lasts through an entire day unless ended by the caster stepping outside the area.
Behold my awesome power. Couldn't you just tint your windows?
Light blocking.
You know, it's kind of like that contact your sire discipline. Once phones
Yeah.
got invented,
Call them on the phone.
you know, until the Second Inquisition started.
Yeah.
And people start going, you know, that might be useful again.
Yeah, no kidding.
All
Sounds
right,
good.
Maeve, as you're running up, you see Alexander springing away, and you see a mountain lion chasing him.
She is going to activate her feral weapons, so her claws.
Why?
Give me a rouse check.
Let's just break all the masquerade. The
Yeah.
masquerade.
Wait, do I need a rouse check for that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
oh,
one rouse check. Yeah.
I
one
was
rouse check.
thinking there was one.
Oh, she's gonna go after the mountain lion now.
I mean, punch it out, maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah,
Wait,
it's-
but check-
just
Well, she
bullshit.
doesn't know. I mean, she knows there's humans, but she doesn't see them.
Yes, but again, if you hear pew pew,
It
yes,
ain't the
the mountain
cat
will-
shooting the gun.
I don't know that yet,
No.
actually. I don't actually know that yet. Don't worry, Blackjack will be not far behind.
Yeah. We don't want to break the masquerade, guys. Even any
I'm
more
not
than
trying.
She's just got large fingernails.
That's all.
You also see that Alexander's hood's down, so his face is all out.
Like she can like
Mm.
be like one of those kids that clip their nails really sharp, guy knows my cousin did that shit in high school.
We had a guy years and years ago. We were gaming at a comic shop. We had a guy come in who had legally changed his name to Lucifer Dominus and had filed his fingernails down into points.
My cousin would do that.
Real nice kid. He brought pizza.
Would clip his nails to be like sharp, and I'm just like, why, Patrick? Why?
Only our buddy Chewy ate it though, and we proceeded to mock him once Lucifer was gone. Ha! You ate the devil's pizza. He probably owns your soul now.
Oh, Edgelord McGee.
All right, well, Maeve's gonna turn around and tackle the mountain lion.
All right, so you are or are not popping claws?
No, just
Okay.
tackle the mountain lion.
All right. So this round, the humans are all running to get behind the church. They'll round the corner and be able to see you all this round. They won't be able to take shots this round. The cat sees you coming at it, so it's attacking you. You're tackling it.
Mm-hmm.
That will basically be, you know, conflicting fight rolls. Alexander, what are you doing this round?
That is a good question, Captain. I'm probably gonna have him like try to hide, because again, he's trying to prove the point that he didn't want to do anything. He was just unfortunately observing a little too hard. But they're the ones that wanted to pull the gun and was ready to kill him right there on the spot.
It's almost like they thought you were, you know, eight people or something.
Only if they knew.
Only if they knew. Actually, I'm vegetarian. I don't eat the blood of people.
Alright, so what I want you to make for Alexander would be the dexterity stealth. To see if you can get out of sight. Because you can't reactivate your
I
obfuscate.
can't obfuscate while being seen.
Do what now?
I can't be obfuscated while seen.
Right. So you have to find something to get out, some kind of way to get out of sight. You know. Duck behind something. Actually, you're in a big open space, though.
Yeah, that's the downside.
So, yeah, this round, I don't think you're going to be able to really find anywhere. You know, you can just run or leap to try to get across the street behind a building or something.
That's probably what he'd end up doing.
Or if you're bold, you know, the church building's here, y'all are behind it, the humans are running around this way. Alexander can always try to get on the other side of it from him. That would kind of be running back towards them, but trying to keep the church between you.
You know what? I like it. Let's do it.
All right. So you'll make that roll versus their.
Oh, you said a stealth. Yeah,
stealth dex versus their. I guess awareness to see if they spot you as they're coming around the corner.
Probably.
Let's see. I'm only going to let the first one that rounds the corner make the check. He's got athletics. Alright, so Boyer's the first one around the corner, so he'll make his...
Push comes to shove,
awareness.
I'm willing to reroll.
Alright, success. Ooh, and 2 10s. So that's 4, 5, 6 total.
It wouldn't even matter. Even if I re-rolled or not. Unless I get lucky and get tens.
Alright.
Why's the off chance?
You know what? It's all I got. So, what is it? Re-rolling 2.
Nope.
Shit. Yeah, no. I burned willpower for nothing. Okay.
Alright, and then we get to Kitty and Maeve. So. And you're trying to basically wrestle the cat?
Basically tackle the cat, yeah.
Alright.
Because as the cat was running past Maeve, she went to turn and tackle it.
Well, you were running up to it, you know. You're charging it. It saw you. It charged. You know, it switched targets
and we
from
will meet
Alexander.
head on.
Yeah, you're both just kind of pouncing on each other.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. So this would be brawl for you.
Brawl dexterity or brawl strength?
I'm going to say brawl strength. Specifically because you're trying to wrestle it down. So you're less. It's less that you're doing harm and you're trying to kind of pin it down.
Five successes.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Scully,
Well,
why
there's
are you
110.
trying?
Wow. That's 110. That's the only success Kitty got.
I got 110, and that's why I got 5 successes. Yes.
Is it just the 110?
Just the
Just
one.
the one.
Well, no. Now you have to have 2 10s for it to count as a crit.
Double?
If you have 2 10s, each of them count as 2. But if you just roll 1 10, it's just a success.
Okay, well then I have 4. Still not bad anyway.
Oh yeah, that's still a good success. That's still you beat them by 3. So you got it. You got it pinned to the ground. Specifically, you got it pinned to the ground without taking any damage yourself. Next round, you know, it'll be contested strength as it tries to break free. Probably say strength athletics versus strength athletics. But yeah, where it sprung at you, you managed to slap it, you know, its legs kind of down. So you got it, you know, and now you're hugging the kitty very tightly.
Wait, there's something I got for this. Hold on.
Potence would be very useful, but I don't know if most.
I have feral whispers.
Not protean. Oh, feral
No,
whispers
no,
to talk
I
to the
have
thing. Okay.
animalism. That's what I'm thinking. I have animalism, so I'm wondering if I can talk the cat down.
You could certainly try.
Because I do have feral whispers.
Just hear Maeve going.
He's a cat whisperer.
Every time I hear the name Feral Whispers, I start hearing Careless Whispers in my head, just with the lyrics changed.
That's really weird.
Oh yeah,
No,
that's
no,
the
we
weirdest
can't
thing that's been
we
said
can't get-
tonight.
We can't get DMCA'd here.
That's the weirdest thing that's
Oh,
been
yeah,
said. Not
absolutely.
Alexander talking about having a good night when a body gets put in the trunk with it. No. Me referencing a song, yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely the weirdest thing tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. The rest of you are now running up to get close enough that, you know, you could physically,
Do I see the one that's bounding the corner?
The one that what now?
Am I able to, like, get up to the one that's bounding
The
the corner?
entire humans, all the humans have, or all those guys, have rounded the corner now.
Okay.
And you could get to Maeve and the cat.
Uh-huh.
You would not be able to get to the further down to the humans.
Alright.
And still be able to
game
act.
plan. Right. Okay, game plan. I'm running over towards Maeve, who I see subduing the cat, so I'm not messing with that. I will get like in front of them as they're like snuggling.
That's what we're calling it. Okay.
Struggles.
All right, you froze up there for a second, Deck. If you were still talking, we didn't hear it.
Yeah, I stopped talking intentionally because I saw the camera stop moving. So while they're snuggling, I'm just gonna I'm gonna get in front of them to take a defensive stance and just be like, activate Daunt and say, you really don't want this. You really don't want this.
All right, what does Daunt do?
For Kine, they do not want to regard me or mess with me at all. For Kindred, I have to. It gives me a check or bonuses to my intimidation equal to my presence, which is 1. They want to. They are otherworldly intimidated by me and want to GTFO. Unless they're specially trained or something like that.
Yes, and that is your presence, correct?
Mm-hmm.
All
Just
right.
like this. You don't want none of this. Trust me, you really don't want none of this.
Yeah, it says the cost is free. Add the user's presence rating to any intimidation rolls. Attacking the user requires a resolve plus composure roll at difficulty 2.
Okay. So they have to make the resolve composure check to shoot you.
Yeah.
They're all going to attempt that because they realize you're a monster.
I'm right in front of Maeve so that they're not shooting at Maeve.
Yeah, so they tried to shoot around you to hit Maeve, they'd have extra difficulties on top of it.
It's just gonna hit me anyway.
And you've kind of made the, the power is trying to kind of scare people off, so, but it's also made you the center of their attention at the moment.
That's totally fine. That's what he wants. This is my taunt button.
Alright, so you jump forward and kind of boo. What is Samuel and Jolene doing? Or what are Samuel and Jolene doing?
Jolene would have probably hung back and be like, "Give me the damn keys."
I'm gonna go crank the car.
Yeah, he'll give her the keys.
You got anything in your trunk that'll cover the license plate?
Another license plate.
James,
Questions about that later. Okay. She's like, I'm gonna switch that out. I'm bringing the car around.
You said it like that's weird. I've got a spare license plate in my car.
Can't do shit.
I can't either, and I'm
You want
trying
my
to
gun?
get rid of it.
You can jump. You know what she can do? Make her eyes glow.
Pow, pow. She got a gun? Pow, 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 pow.
No, she.
Oh, that's right. She
That's
borrowed
Samuel's
one.
gun. She don't have a gun. She's got her looks and her personality. That's about everything keeping her alive. So she's gonna
wait in there and
switch
talk
out the
everybody
license
down.
plate. Yeah, no.
give them a Pepsi, see what happens.
That's yeah. So yeah, Samuel will give her the keys.
And she's gonna switch out the license plate
Okay.
while this is all going on.
And so everybody's around now, including Mr. Boyer.
Yes, you're definitely within speaking distance.
Okay.
Speaking distance, exchanging gunfire, any of that kind of stuff you can do. You can't physically
Right.
get to anybody except the cat, who's
Right,
currently
Distance and
rolling
gunfire
around
distance.
with Maeve.
Yeah. He'll just look at them as like, well, no, this is interesting. I do hope you know, Mr. Boyer, you brought this to yourself.
How do you figure, Mr. And he does the pause like he's waiting for you to give him a name.
Another time. See, you decided to infiltrate our home. Why?
The Texan looks over. Walker, did you break into somebody's house? No, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Hmm. And I suppose the lovely couple would disagree.
It takes him just a second, and then you see it click with him. I didn't do anything that was off of their property. In fact, if you found that implies you were trying to get into their property.
See, here's the problem. You were inside our property to do it. You were found when you entered. Now, we can continue this confrontation. Or you could tell me why.
She's family, and I know that city is infested with you things.
She is family incredibly loosely related.
He's kind of
Second
glancing around. It's a
cousin
small town.
twice
Families
removed.
who you grow up around.
That is true.
You do know from Alejandro's research they are blood related distantly. But
Yeah. You are aware that your actions only painted a target, correct? If you wanted her to remain inconspicuous, you should not have infiltrated our home.
the Texan who's got his gun trained on blackjack. Are they trying to say they own the whole city? That's some arrogant bullshit right there.
Yes, well, unfortunately for you, your little town is in the middle of it. You are allowed your anonymity because we choose to let you. The more you continue to paint a target upon yourself, the less willing to allow that we will be.
And as this conversation is going on, more and more houses are like turning on their outside lights. But y'all heard gunfire. Everybody inside heard gunfire.
Mm-hmm. Now, from what I understand, you're already aware of the nature of the darkness of this world, correct?
Some of the families in this town have been around for a while. We know a little bit.
And you maintain the secret?
Nobody would believe us if we told them. And we don't really want to draw attention to ourselves.
He just raises a brow. That just screams, really?
Like, let's think about this. What did you just do?
He
I will
doesn't seem
leave that
concerned
to
about all the lights coming on.
Of course, he's normal.
Jolene's like trying to pull the car around, like, we gotta go.
So you're slowly pulling down East Street.
No, she's like probably coming up the opposite side, like, guys.
This whole confrontation is going on right about here.
Yeah.
So East Street's the closest road. Though if she stayed on North Street, that would give them a path to retreat.
Doesn't know the area. She's just like, get to the Coterie, and get the fuck out, and then have a breakdown later as a treat.
Call off your mountain lion. Send your people home. And cease this now. My report will be at least slightly favorable. Continue the confrontation. And you don't wish to know what will happen.
Blackjack's behind like this, like
One of the guys standing kind of behind Boyer's like, man, we ain't leaving you out here with all these things. Boyer kind of nods to him. All right, we can parlay. Have your people, pull back, still within view. I'll have mine pull back. Me and you can have a little discussion, out in the middle in view of everybody. You have your young lady there. Let go of Kitty.
A little
Kitty,
on the
pull
nose,
back.
don't you think? Maeve,
I didn't name her.
I know you like to cuddle cats, but you're a dog person. Let her go.
Maeve will make sure that Kitty is flat down as she's getting up. Basically pushing off the cat. And just backing away.
Kitty stands up.
Ready to pounce if the cat tries to attack again.
Kitty stands up, growling, turns around and walks back. The rest of those guys pull back. You see one of them kind of patting Kitty. You okay? She didn't hurt you, did she? And the cat snorts. Do the rest of you kind of pull back like he described?
Blackjack pulls back a little bit. Still eyes trained, not still up.
The two guys that were kind of behind Boyer, they're not looking. It's like they're not wanting to quite make eye contact with you.
Good. That's what I want.
The cowboy is staring you straight in the eye.
Good. That's what I wanted.
He has lowered the gun slightly. So he's not sitting here sighted in on you at the moment.
Okay. I'm backing up. Oh, it's still up though.
Okay.
And then
When you start backing up, he starts backing up. So.
Yeah.
Boyer walks up to Samuel, within like 5 or 6 feet of Samuel.
I regard everybody just like.
And as this is happening, Alexander quickly pulls his hood back up.
During all this conversation, you will have had a chance to duck behind, the front of the church somewhere. If you kept running around the church, you could get behind there, throw up your hide them in plain sight them. Or you could just walk back, pull the hood up and walk back where everybody else is since combat seems to be over. And you're already kind of hungry.
So, your intentions were to protect family, then?
Yes. That was all. I have no interest in getting involved in whatever you people are up to. I just knew there were several of you in the city, and she's important.
Well, maintaining the secret of our existence is our primary concern. Which, I'm sure you understand, is a bit concerning, considering this town and its history.
We've never made any moves against you. We've never let any of you take up residence here, but...
So, to maintain the status quo, then?
I'm fine with that.
This family member of yours, why is she so important to you?
I don't have a lot of family left. You talked about her being distant, but she's the closest family I have. And we're all around here a fairly tight-knit group. But she met up with some boy, and they're planning to get married, and he didn't want to move here.
Hmm.
He's got one of them tech jobs up in Huntsville.
And so they moved into our territory.
Apparently.
So you're a mortal mage, then?
Yes. When he says yes, give me a... Let's see, what would it be? Insight...
Wits.
Insight wits or insight manipulation?
Oh,
It'd be the same roll either way.
Yeah, you make a
yeah,
fair
but I
point
mean,
there.
still, the whole thought of manipulation is you're trying to manipulate it. Wiz is just straight up knowing.
Yeah.
Well, this is kind of a social. This conversation is kind of social. Is one reason I'm thinking it would be one of the social stats, but
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
it might be charisma instead of manipulation though, because manipulation is kind of an active one.
It's fair. So, insight, charisma?
Yeah, go with insight charisma.
Okay. Any modifiers to this?
No, not particularly. Nothing special.
2.
I mean, you could re-roll that insight, but
I mean, technically I could.
Might as well. At least
Yeah.
give you a better chance.
Because I mean, you succeeded
I'll-
the hunger.
Yeah. I'll give it a shot.
Okay. Burn that
3.
willpower. Then he can dominate you. So a total of 3.
Yeah.
He only got 1. There is a obvious slight pause before he goes yes.
Really?
Yeah. I'm not maybe I'm not normal, but I'm still alive.
Perhaps a deal, then.
What sort of deal?
You have shown an affiliation with a form of magic unfamiliar to me, which is saying something. You have shown interest in protecting a member of your family, however distant. And that member of your family is within my territory. So, those of mine will not hunt your family. And I'll put in at least a neutral word to keep this status quo as it has been.
So you have superiors.
Don't you?
Not really, no.
For now. In exchange, this magic of yours intrigues me.
Are you looking to hire me as a tutor?
Perhaps. I know things about magic that you probably do not. Think of it as equivalent exchange. You offer your knowledge, I offer my protection for your family.
All right. As long as the knowledge is of an occult nature and not, I'm not giving you personal information on anybody in the town.
I did say we would maintain the status quo, as it has been.
I'm just being clear.
Of course.
We'd probably need to arrange some neutral area to meet at.
I can find something.
Okay. He fishes around, pulls out a card and a pen. Here's a number you can reach me at.
I'll take it, fold it, put it up.
The card's from a towing service or a plumbing service or something.
Yeah.
He just had a blank back that he wrote his number on.
Mm-hmm. Me remembering to add this shit. I'm gonna need to add a lot to his codex page when I'm done with this.
Just one entire page for this one person.
Maybe.
Oh, I used to think y'all were good at that. A couple of y'all were good at taking notes. It turns out one of my Icons players, he's been playing in the campaign about a year. He's on his third notebook.
Mm-hmm. You should see Sarah.
I don't know what in the world he puts that much information in.
Murder notes. Murder notes.
I mean, you should see Sarah's notebook. You're on how many now?
No, I'm only on the second because I dumped water on the first one.
Oh.
Mm.
Had to
So much
salvage
knowledge
and
lost.
rewrite.
Yeah.
I managed to copy most of it over, so.
Yeah. Well then.
But all right. You look after her. And we can compare notes on how the magic I do, works.
Sounds like a deal then.
All right. He holds out a hand.
He'll shake it.
Love her.
Although I should warn you, did attract a lot of attention. I would advise not attempting such a thing again.
What, the warding her house drew that much attention?
You were lucky it was me.
Blackjack still in the back like this.
Very well, as long as you're offering your people's protection over her. You said she was in your domain. Or
My territory.
Territory. He uses whatever word you use.
Yeah, he said territory.
Okay. Then that was what Boyer said then.
Because domain is very much a
specific term, yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, on an unrelated note, what was all the dog howling going on the other night? It made the news. It wasn't in the part of town she lives in, but I'm still concerned.
How much do you know about the world of darkness?
Well, I know vampires and werewolves are real. That's what I'm concerned about.
He just grins slightly.
You need to tell your family to move.
Well,
Get out.
It seems you know all you need to know about it then.
Is she in any danger from those things?
From where she lives now, she should not be.
Okay. Trying to think if there's anything else he'd be concerned about.
I would imagine he would be concerned about the rat man that was behind his group.
You know, that's fair. He is going to ask you, Samuel. The one we started chasing is... What is he?
Without giving specifics, he is one of my subordinates.
So he's just another flavor of vampire. Okay. He looked... Well, quite a bit different than the rest of you.
Well, there is no one human that looks the same as anyone else, now is there?
There's no human that looks like that either. But, fair point. But alright. If our deal's in place, I guess we're done here?
I believe we are. Well then, Mr. Boyer, have a good night.
What is your name? What? I need something to call you.
Sam.
Alright, Sam. He doesn't look like he believes that's your actual name. You're dressed a little too nicely to be a Sam. Alright, Sam. I guess I'll be waiting for your phone call.
Indeed. And he'll turn and he'll head for the car.
As
He'll
I
get
see
in
him
the
move for the car,
passenger
I'll move
seat,
the car
probably.
as well.
Okay.
It's gonna let Jolene drive home.
Oh.
So Boyer turns around. He's
Show
walking back
how
to
to
his buddies. You see him pull out a cell phone. Tell everybody they can calm down. Start turning their lights off.
Well, I'll say, yeah. As he's walking away, he would have activated his heightened senses just to make sure.
Oh,
So
that's
he
all he says
probably-
in the phone. Though, even with normal sense, you get it because he's not whispering.
Yeah.
When he gets back to his friend, the Texan's like, "So what went down?" He gives the brief description. He doesn't drop your name or mention the werewolf, but he gives kind of what the deal is.
I
You
dropped
trust-
Daunt so I don't look like a douche.
You trust him? I think he wants knowledge I've got. I think I can trust him as long as I've got something he wants. We'll have to try to talk her into moving somewhere else. I don't know how I'm going to do that. She was dead set on getting out of here. Probably going to have to call the old men too. And then they all start walking off.
Sitting in the passenger seat, Samuel just starts grinning.
Jolene waits for everyone to get in, but is like staring straight ahead.
Well, take us home. This has been solved. For now.
Miraculously, Alexander does the sad thing and just gets himself squished between Blackjack and Maeve.
He's had a rough
he has
night. He wants cuddles.
Soft boy needs protecting.
How do you
In
want-
between the two drunk
Basically.
characters.
Yeah.
Basically,
I'm squishy. I need
Maven-
the combat monsters on either side of me.
It's like
Maeve
Maeve just
and Blackjack
went.
are just
Yeah, no
patting his
kidding.
head.
Oh, trust me, Alexander feels like absolute ass because he's been so confident in his ability to stealth that tonight something absolutely awkward happened that he ain't dealt with, and that's a predator that was pretty much up on him like, oh hey, potential dinner.
Yeah.
It's like, oh shit.
Weird being the hunted one.
Yeah.
It's like, damn it, I'm the hunter,
Well, you know.
not the prey.
The basically normal people never noticed you, so, you know. It took
the
something with
normal
an
people-
enhanced sense of smell.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you could have tried to attack it. You do eat animals. Could have trained
Yes,
it.
and at the same time, the second I heard it and it whimpers, Tex ain't gonna know who hurt my cat.
Yeah.
And
And
even if he
therefore-
had the animal, not animal kin,
Even if I
but,
had the animal detained, bound,
Animalism.
or whatever,
he'd still have to talk to it. So
yeah, I still have to do something to calm it the fuck down.
Yeah, which Maeve was gonna do if things didn't settle the way it did.
Trying to wrestle a steak is not the easiest way to eat a steak.
Yeah.
Works. Blackjack.
yeah. Oh yeah, the cat keeps staring at you the entire time you're there,
Yeah.
Maeve.
On the
And Maeve's
way
gonna
home.
be like,
Yeah, on the way home, he'll pull out his phone. First, he's gonna input the number under Walker Boyer, and then secondly, he's gonna shoot a text to Alejandro and say, "I believe the research project has been concluded satisfactorily."
Fairly quickly, you get a text back. Excellent. I knew I could trust you. I'll expect a full report. Tomorrow, whenever you get it to me.
I'll have a printout ready tomorrow.
Excellent. Have a good night.
You too, sir.
So, is there anything else y'all want to do in scenic Mooresville before you head back into the city?
Yeah, scenic. It's also past 9.
Yeah,
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
I knew we were getting awfully close.
Why did you gotta tell him?
yeah, that's true. Let's just let the game run.
But we were like 10,
sure no
15
one else
minutes late getting started, so.
I also just want to make sure that.
Let's add another hour.
Pressing.
I didn't say anything about another
I have
hour.
something I have to do after this. I have to do something after this, so I don't know about that one, Chief.
So anyway, y'all head back to town. Let's see, Alexander's taking some damage, but it's all superficial, so he will heal that up pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Um,
Just go Capri Sun some rats. He'll be fine.
Oh yeah, how hungry was Alexander now?
I'm now at 3.
Okay, 3's not drastically bad.
Mm-hmm.
You might very well spend the rest of the night hunting, but
Yeah.
hunting, eating, healing, hunting, eating, healing.
on the ride home, Blackjack would try to heal what's left. He has like 2 ticks still left.
oh, he is okay.
Oh, that's
Go ahead,
right.
you
from
can go and give me the
track.
rolls for that then if you want to.
Yeah.
Be 2 rouse checks if he's got 2.
Good. I'm not good. I'm at hunger 3, which is fine.
So you might go hunting too.
Yeah, I might go hunting.
Let Alexander show you the way of Capri Sunning rats.
Absolutely not.
Making it a bonding moment between
Yeah.
Coterie members who
Do
are
it.
farmers.
Do it, do it, do it.
I mean, at this point, Alexander would probably like head back out to the Jones family or Jones farm and be like, "All right, which one of you on the edge have I not had a nibble on tonight? You, Luke.
Go to
Betsy,
mine,
you
I'll
look good
punch
enough."
you.
The poor Jones
Not
family.
yours.
The poor Jones family hers, or the Jones family gonna try to figure out why do we have so many anemic cows?
Yeah.
They were just fine weeks
Mhm.
ago.
How does this keep happening?
Yeah.
So was it animal kin and something else? For this, since they're domestic.
Yes, it was.
Was it wits?
It
Animal
may have been animal
kin
kin and wits, or animal kin and
and-
manipulation. I don't know.
I think it was. I think we called it wits. And I will join him, and I get a +1 to that because of my specialty.
Okay.
Alright, so animal kin wits, yeah?
Yep, that sounds right.
Please begin.
Jesus. I'm gonna. Yeah, I'll re-roll those 2 in the thing. There we go. 4 successes. That's much better.
You know what? F it, I'm doing the same. I'm re-rolling this too.
You can only re-roll the 1.
Hmm?
Yeah,
only have
so
one.
he's going to re-roll 2, meaning as well.
Oh.
He can only re-roll
okay.
the 1 animal kin.
I can't do the one in the hunger die, but I can do the one in him.
Oh, yes, yes,
just
absolutely,
making- I understand you now. I show
Got
him how
Jaden.
it's done.
I was like, ooh, I've seen a green before, but that was Blackjack's green.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, so you both wound
I got
up
four
with. So you both wound up with 4 then.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mm,
Yeah, we're both.
Alexander had
Yeah.
had 3 to begin with, and he got 1 with a reroll, so that's 4.
Mhm.
Blackjack had 2, and then got 2 with a reroll. So yeah, both of you had 4. So
Mhm.
that is sufficient. Y'all
Is
can
it-
bring your hungers back down.
Yeah.
To down to 1.
Well, you were both going after cows, and cows.
Wait.
I think you can drink 2 from a cow.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yep, and
I
I'll
have to
make sure. To,
reestablish.
yep, and I'll make sure to lick the wound close.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Same.
then roll to heal that superficial damage.
All right.
What
And
do I need to
hopefully
do
you don't
that?
get hungry again.
All right, so you have to rouse your blood to heal. So you have to give rouse checks for each level of damage you want to heal. You heal regardless. It's just a matter of if you get hungry doing it or not.
So I can just let it naturally go, or
Vampires do not naturally heal at all.
oh, so I have to hit a rouse check regardless.
Right. You can choose to wait till the next night if you want to hunt again. But
Well, that's a fail.
so that gets you a little hungry.
No. So
But
you
you
get
do heal
hungry
one.
again.
Yeah, but you still heal 1. You heal regardless. The check is just if healing makes you hungry.
Yes.
Okay, so you're back at 3 hunger.
Now, one hunting check is about an hour's worth of hunting, so you've got enough time through the night to hunt some more if you want to.
Oh, you're at 4 now.
Yeah, you're.
Oh, yeah, I'm hunting. Regardless, I'm hunting, even if I just go down to 2 marks.
Now, how much damage did you have?
I had
4.
3 slashes.
You had 3
3?
slashes.
Yeah.
That's why. I
Okay, so
rolled
you're
3
completely healed up. You're just awfully
now-
hungry.
Now I've got to go find I gotta go find Mary to Betsy. So come here, Mary.
All right, another animalism wits.
Can I help him, knowing that he's doing this? Because I see that look in his eyes, and I'm like, no. We're gonna do this right.
Bring the cow to him. Gently talk to the cow.
It's okay. He's only gonna be here for a little while.
You know, there ought to be some kind of way for you to assist, but I don't know off the top of my head.
Maybe adds like a modifier.
No.
20 dice
I mean,
modifier.
regardless, I can't re-roll, so I have to take what I've got.
Yeah, but if
Oh, you burned all
help,
your willpower?
well, he's
No.
No, he's got
can't
4 of his
reroll.
dice or hunger dice. He can't.
Oh,
reroll those.
that's right. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, 4 or hunger dice, whether I wanted to or not, I can't re-roll it.
Okay.
But it's a 2 regardless.
right. But if I added 1 or 2 die to your pool because I'm helping you, and it's my specialty, then you would potentially be a success.
That's weird because only 1 animal can dice roll instead of the 2 he should have rolled.
The hunger dice, I think, takes over, because I have 3 points in animal kin. But I have 4 hunger dice. Or I have
But
4
then
hunger.
you should have rolled 3 dice. You only rolled 1 in animal kin.
Yes.
Okay, how many dice of animal kin do you have?
I have 3 dots.
How many do you have in wits?
How many I have in wits? I have 2.
So there should be 5 dice total, which is
You
what you
rolled 5
rolled.
dice.
So yeah, you did it right.
Okay.
4
Yeah,
of those,
that's what I
4 of those are
thought.
just used as hunger dice because of how hungry he is.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah, the hunger dice take over the amount that I should technically have.
Right.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So as much as I would love to re-roll, the hunger dice take over, and I unfortunately can't re-roll those.
Yeah.
And
That's why
the only
I'm
one you
asking.
can potentially re-roll is one you already succeeded on. So.
And there's no point in re-rolling a success into a failure.
All right, now does this book have a flipping index? I'm trying to look up assisting, but
Good.
there it is.
Make it up.
Which I will do if I don't find it awfully quickly.
Yeah.
All right, nothing assisting. Nothing in helping. Give me the same roll, Deca, and whatever successes you get will be extra dice. I'll let him roll.
Okay. Animal can wits.
And I'll try to get a more definitive answer on how that works for next time.
Cool. 3 successes.
Find out about assisting. All right. All right. So roll 3 more dice, Alexander. You've currently got 2 successes.
Just do 3d10, I suppose.
Yeah, 3d10's fine. However.
That's 2 successes.
So that's 4. So
And-
that's another cow.
Yeah. Well, I'm just making sure he didn't have a. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Oh, that's right. One of them was a 10.
He's good.
Yeah, he is. So that drops you back down to 2, I think.
That at least dropped me back down to 2 unless I literally drink the whole cow dry. Which
That's
I'm
true.
not going to do because that's going to cause suspicion.
No. Do not. Don't drink the cow dry. I don't even do that with my rival farmers.
I say
You have
after he
rival
like
farmers?
pulls back and like licks the wound close. He's like, I know.
You good? You good? Come on,
Yes.
come on. Let's go. We've already been here a little longer than we should have.
Thank you, Blackjack.
Yeah.
I appreciate
Of course.
it.
The way of the cow is sacred.
I'm sorry. Like he would be laughing, but I'm sorry I can't keep composure to that.
And that's where we're at.
And let's see about it. And do you other 3 have anything specific you need to do this night?
Mm,
I don't think any of you were especially hungry, or none of you got wounded.
Samuel would see about doing a little bit of experimentation / research on that blood that he took from the alchemist.
Okay.
Just to see what that is.
All right, give me a occult intelligence occult roll.
Intelligence occult. Okay. Any modifiers to this, given his background? Would this involve?
Which background
Like-
are you specifically?
He's a
talking about?
doctor, but he has a research specialty, human anatomy specialty, and physiology, anesthetics and medicine. I doubt that count, but
Go ahead and add the research to it.
add the research. Okay, so +1. Well, this is involving research. Could he? Well, no, he'd get the plus from his library too, because anytime he's doing research, he adds a library dot.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay. Critical success.
So that is. Oh, that's right. It already count. No, it does not count up the criticals as criticals. It just notes them.
Yeah.
So instead of 4, that's actually 6.
Mm-hmm.
So you read up on some stuff. You look at the physical, whatever's. And I don't know if you have enough. I don't know if your testing apparatus in your home lab is good enough to detect the difference between vitae and human blood. Because you got to get a pretty detailed examination of it to tell any physical differences.
Mm-hmm.
But
This is also the focus of his research too. It
That's
has
true.
been for
That's
quite
true.
some time.
And then you've also got that ability of yours. You can taste the blood and get details from it. So,
Mm-hmm.
with 6 successes, you managed to figure out this is a thin blood's vitae, but it is somehow more potent than it should be.
Interesting.
It is potent on par, well, at least equal to, a full
A
kid.
neonate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's interesting. Did Joe leave, or is she still hanging around?
He probably left the car, saw he was going to do research, and went and picked up a shift at work just to
Okay.
herself.
Never mind then. So he'll leave that alone until the next time they meet, and he will very carefully put that in storage.
Right next to the lupine blood.
Yeah, the specialty stuff. Labeled and everything.
Still crossing his fingers that nobody comes along and asks, "Hey Sam, whatever happened to that werewolf body?"
I mean, nobody has yet.
Alejandro should have, but he's got a lot of stuff on his mind.
Yeah. And notice how Samuel has been very slowly adding more to it.
Yes. Use up to some stuff.
He's trying to keep him off balance.
Come to think of it.
Hmm?
Just before you turn in, you get a message from Nora Deschler,
Okay.
the Venture Primogen.
Right.
If you get a chance, and she, the way she words it, there's no rush. If you get a chance, I'd like to speak with you sometime tomorrow night. It is not a dire situation. It's not,
Is this like a runner message or like a phone message?
This is a runner message.
Runner message. Okay. I just wanted to make sure if he had to word things differently or not. Okay, so he'll so to the runner, he'll say, "Well, I am in the process of finishing up my investigation about what the prince asked us to. Once I'm finished with that, I would be happy to. If you wouldn't mind letting her know, please."
Oh, certainly, sir. And, as runners do, he runs off.
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to wrap here for tonight. We got started a little late. We've made up that time.
Yeah.
So everybody gets a full show.
Mm-hmm.
And we had a good few many. Y'all weren't very talkative in the chat, but there's quite a few of you over there.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
love
there's
you
plenty
guys
of
being here.
consistently throughout the night.
Yeah, and,
I kind of kept an eye on the number.
And we appreciate you all.
absolutely.
Yes, we do.
So anyway, that finishes up for Valley by Night. Let's see. Tomorrow night should be Monster of the Week.
Yes.
Eyes of the Fallen. Thursday night should be Maddie's D&D game, Descent into Avernus.
Mhm.
Then we're done for the
Good.
weekend, and we come back Monday with the Escorts, also D&D. Granted, if you're a regular viewer, you know this by now, because we talk about it at the end of every show.
Say it anyway.
Yes, any show could be somebody's first show.
Yes.
So again, I've been storytelling tonight. I'm Jason. And with me has been Sarah playing Jolene, Rap playing Maeve, Duba playing Alexander, poor beat up Alexander, Decca playing Blackjack, and Eric playing Samuel. And usually I forget something, but I think I actually remembered everything I needed to say tonight.
Are you streaming again on Monday?
Oh yes, I will be streaming Fallout 76 Monday over on the Nerd Eternal Network. Twitch TV/Nerd Eternal Network. Hopefully on time this time. It didn't go well this week, but anyway. And then on Tuesday, Elder Scrolls, because I'm swapping back and forth. Where are my credits? There they are.
Night, everybody.
Good night.